All right, well, it's time for a waiting room. If you're unfamiliar with these and you're new to my channel, we like to spend the day waiting for events and just hanging out in what we call a waiting room. Today, we have the Xbox Metro 2039 reveal that we'll be watching together and reacting to together. When that event is over, I will also be checking out Mouse PI for Hire gameplay today. There is a review of that game on my channel, so be sure to check that out. I've also done some segments with other creators this week. Middle-aged Gamer Guy joined me to co-host the show on Monday, and then yesterday I did its own stream. It's all by itself with Eric Cuts for the win. Erica joined me. She does videos and content for IGN, and we talked about Crimson Desert 1 month later. So there's all sorts of things going on in the news to react to and things going on. So you guys can obviously bring up anything that you've seen, anything going on out there in the news. There was a nice trailer this morning for Saros on PS5 Pro. I made sure to tweet that out. We've had lots of different news stories breaking and things like that. And DK Baker is going to start the day right. We ended the day really, really strong yesterday on the goal. Han shot first, and so did you. Thank you, DK Baker. Crispy Bogod dropped a 50 bomb. I'm going to be real with y'all. We need to see some of that bounce back. The member count, is taking a bit of a dip and a dive, and you can help. You don't have to gift member bombs. You don't have to go crazy. We just want to see more folks grab that $5 membership. That is how I do this. If you watch later and you just enjoy the VODs, you just enjoy the stream and the content, I'm able to do this full-time and provide daily shows because I am fan-supported. So consider becoming one of those supporters of the channel, as well as getting in the Discord. Yeah, there's apparently something happening with Black Flag today. I didn't prepare anything for that because I thought we'll probably just kick that to tomorrow. I don't know when and how they're going to do it. The Metro thing, let me go ahead and pull that up so I think the time is 1 p.m., is it not? It is officially on the Xbox channel. And it is slated for 1 p.m. So I tell you what I'll do. I'll set the timer so that way we can do a Metro 2039 showcase. And it's today, April the 16th, and it is at 1 p.m. And we'll go ahead and set that, start that, and get that timer there so that you guys can know how long we have to wait. Did Fable put out a new trailer? I don't know. Lono had a baddie on the show yesterday. Indeed. We can be polite though. We don't need to be impolite. She is she's married and she's a mom, so be respectful now, y'all. That would be cool. The new pirate game is out now too. ANC Nasman had a vid about it. Yeah, the pirate game is crushing, like 500,000 or something I saw. Is that concurrent or is that total sales? That's got to be concurrent, right? It's called Windrose, is it not? Windrose Steam charts. It's hitting absurd levels of success. Maybe 500,000 sales. It's gotten close to 200,000. I'm getting confused here on my buttons. Yeah, it's getting close to 100,000 concurrents. It must have been like 500,000 sales then. So it seems like it is it's doing very well. Metro was all over my PS5 yesterday as well. Baddie's respectful. Oh, no. I wasn't saying you were being disrespectful. I'll co-sign the baddie claims. I'm just saying let's not go beyond that. Chat can get a little wild. I have covered many showcases, and people start to get a little crazy. And Joker Quinn, thanks so much for bumping the line with another gifted member this morning and gets us to 308. Reforge Gaming, air cuts for the win. Step Brothers quote, did we just become best friends? I don't know if I've ever been able to commiserate with another person about Sekiro and Returnal on such equal footing. That was just such a joy, like as a gamer, to be like, we had such similar experiences and we both love these games so much. Black Flag Resync, Tom Henderson says that there is a media event tomorrow. Nate the Hate agrees but claims that the embargo lifts next week. Neither aren't sure about the public's reveal date. Okay, so there could be literally nothing from today. I mean, unless there's some kind of a leak. So there could be literally nothing that comes from today. Guys, as you're piling in, no show open, no nothing, just hanging out and waiting for the Xbox Metro event. So be sure to hit the like button. and we appreciate everybody who does that. And we are going back to subscriber mode on YouTube, so you're going to have to hit subscribe to talk in the chat. Interestingly enough, as soon as I scheduled the stream this morning and turned that feature on, I got a bunch of subs. It's like a bunch of you been watching unsub to the channel. That's unhelpful if you're engaging in chat and talking and being an active member of the community here. Make sure you're subbed to the channel. I used to remember Erica from the Press Start podcast with Kofi Jack Move and oh no, it's Alex. Here is from hers from IGN now. Came a long way. Oh, from IGN now. Well, she's not from IGN. She makes content for IGN. So what's a Metro event? It's called a First Look event. It's something that Xbox is seemingly doing as a new thing, where they want to be, you know, the platform for the first look. I know, you know, IGN's done First Look events. PlayStation has done State of Plays about, you know, like a Borderlands or something. So this is designed to give a game an opportunity to have its, you know, its first look kind of promoted out there. So Miller will be missed. I'm not sure what you're talking about. The Black Flag waiting room tomorrow. I don't know if we'll do a Black Flag waiting room tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty full day. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to make it to Ginger's show, but I decided since it's only about an hour, what we'll do is we'll do the normal show tomorrow. Then we'll go do the show with Ginger. We'll do the round table, and then he's kind enough. He'll redirect you guys back, and we'll play some Pragmata. So we'll have like a triple whammy tomorrow. Today is a triple whammy as well. We're going to do waiting room. We'll co-stream the Metro event, and then we're going to play some Mouse PI for hire. So thank you guys so much for being a part of the daily shows. Just make sure you're going through the ritual as you come in to start the day with us today. Hit the like button and always take a second to say something in chat, even if it's just good morning or an emote. That really, really helps. YouTube's actually implementing things that you should be seeing less disruption of a live stream if the chat's very active and if you personally do levels of support and stuff. That was revealed by somebody who kind of follows these platforms. So get that chat going, boys, on YouTube. Aocean Blue comes in with 12 months using that Prime sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for that continued support of the channel over there. If you guys have Primes, check them. Make sure that you're using those Primes every single month on Purple, on Twitch. You have to do that manually. Primes will not auto-renew for you. What's good, Bigfoot Walker? How are you? Viva Pinata. I don't know if we're going to be getting a Viva Pinata event, but yeah, everybody say good morning, say something, put a something in the chat, put a news item in the chat if there's something you guys want to discuss. Oh, Miller passed away in the past Metro games. I'll tell you something. I've actually never played a Metro game, so I'm kind of excited to have a shooter. I'm playing a shooter right now, early access, that I think I'm going to be able to give some praise to for innovation within a shooter, within a first-person shooter. It's very difficult to innovate within a first-person shooter. So, oh no, Xbox is doing a stream. Is it an exclusive? I don't think so. I don't think this is going to be an exclusive or a timed exclusive or anything like that as far as I can tell. I need that shirt. People stop me all the time and tell me I look like John Wick. Oh, that'd be a perfect shirt for you, man. He's got his 4 greats on here. Yo, hello to everybody. Hello, Silver Wolf and Hotshot and Hal 9000. How are y'all doing? Good morning. Welcome into the show. Striker1 says good morning. And thank you for... Wasn't there a PlayStation thing? Okay, I don't know what happened with that. I think people got their wires crossed because the odds of a Black Flag press event and an Xbox first look and a PlayStation State of Play, like all landing on the same day, I think people were hearing rumblings about Black Flag and Metro, and maybe somebody jumped to a conclusion. That could be my only thought, is that, you know, they were at some level just making a prediction and not a leak. Like, that's the only thing I can think that happened, is they were making a prediction like, oh, if all that's happening, that's going to be a State of Play. Because, to their credit, that's not a typical thing that we've seen from Xbox. This is kind of a new effort from them, which I completely welcome. I would love more and more of these platforms just do events like this. It's fun. It gives us something to talk about. It gives us something to watch. You know, it makes for a great live stream. Metro Exodus and Awakening VR were brilliant. Can't wait for 2039. I think I have the one Metro VR game on my wish list along with another one. I just can't bring myself to buy VR games anymore because I know I probably won't play them. So, does Lono have a pencil nearby? A pencil. Why do I need a pencil? Sony lied. Yes, they lied. Random BS, go. That's right. Thanks for keeping me entertained and informed during my slow part of the day at my job. I'm new to the channel. You're great, Lono. Thank you, Dirty Bird. I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure you did a brand new membership the other day, so thank you so much for that. We need everybody to do what Dirty Bird did. Just click the join button and pick that $5 tier and then get into the Discord. Become a part of the community. I played all the Metro games beside the VR experiences. When does PlayStation usually do their show? They don't typically do them the same time or every year. Oh, it's a John Wick reference. I mean, I've seen the John Wick movies. I don't, as far as like a pencil nearby, does he kill somebody with a pencil in one of them? I don't remember that. They all blend together for me. I've watched them anytime I've traveled on a plane or been in a hotel room. That's when I've been able to watch the John Wick movies. So it's like, I don't have a whole lot of memory of him using a pencil. I remember him fighting somebody. What was he using? Was it a book? And they were in like a room with like all sorts of mirrors and stuff. Like it was like an antique shop or something. Hey, Reforge, it seems Matt Booty just ruined the mood. How did he ruin the mood? I'm seeing his face like all over Twitter, and people are talking about an interview where he's like basically saying they're a publisher. I'm not really sure why that is why is that an issue? We've known that for a while. They're basically a publisher. I'm not sure I understand why people are alarmed or surprised that he's saying what he's saying. Like, yeah, they've been a publisher for a while, you know. He got another promotion. Isn't it the same one he already got? I don't know. Bumble Pants comes in with 43 months. Become a member today and your wildest dreams will come true, maybe. This is correct. Yeah, this is correct. Your wildest dreams will come true. You'll help us with our weekly goal. We'll do a Saturday stream with Madam. And then I've got a surprise for you guys. If you guys hit stretch goal, Madam and I will do something. We'll do a special segment on that night. We just realized it's even better stereo surround. The evolution of Snowdrop's bubble space system from controlling the sounds of the urban environment. I've always thought the sound in The Division was so good, and it looks like they're doing, a lot with three-dimensional space. That's cool. Let's see here. Booty gets promotion. He can't keep getting away with it. It's the Xbox podcast. He said studios are helping each other. It was all good to me. Yeah, I saw that. That sounded good. Like one of the Blizzard teams is like helping with Fable and stuff. So again, I'm not sure why anybody is like upset at what he said. Him saying they're a publisher. It's like, yeah, they're a publisher. What's the big deal here? Is Born Supremacy Matt Damon killed a dude with a phone book? Oh, he does. He fights with a book in that. I think isn't there a James Bond where he fights with the book and hits the guy in the throat or something? I forget. He did a podcast on the Xbox YouTube channel. Oh, he said all the studios are helping each other make games. Yeah, I didn't see anything from the interview that was like upsetting or ruining the mood. It's now stated before and speculated Xbox is a publisher. But I am confused here. All right, somebody clarify for me. When were they not a publisher? I got a lot of pushback the one time I said they were turning into a publisher because people are like, well, they've always been a publisher. And I'm like, I know that. What I was saying with my video was something very different. I was saying they're turning into a third-party publisher and no longer really concerned about first-party like exclusives and stuff. So obviously what I was saying was very particular and very specific. But at that time, that was the biggest piece of pushback I got. Yo, what's good, Feed? I see you in the chat. Guys, Feed does not have a badge on YouTube. Now's a great day. These are great days to go on a tear for our boy Feed. So, like, I got a lot of pushback back then, and people are like, oh, they already are a publisher. And I'm like, well, you know what I mean when I'm saying they're becoming a publisher. So him saying it is not that surprising. I mean, Satya Nadella said that like 2 years ago. We're a great publisher, he said. He said something to the effect of, like, we're a great publisher. Or he used some kind of a phrase like that. Has Mouse PI released yet? No, I probably in 30 minutes or something would be my assumption. I'm going to blow people's minds, says Paul. PlayStation's a publisher too. Oh no. Oh, Mouse released? Did it release at midnight? We're going to be playing it this afternoon. I can now play it. I can now stream it. My review is out there, and we greatly appreciate everybody who engaged with that review. The guy putting Russian in the chat, no one can read that. Please English only. 32 minutes. Okay. You meant publishing was becoming their priority focus, which might be what Booty is saying now. Is anybody surprised by that? Raise your hand in the chat, and everybody around you is going to wonder why you're raising your hand. Raise your hand in the chat if you're surprised by that. Yeah, their primary focus is publishing. Yeah, that's been blatantly obvious for 2 years now, roughly. Dope shirt, thank you. I'm sorry. The news around Xbox is about as surprising as the forecast in San Diego. It's like, oh, really? Yeah, wow. Like, none of the news about Xbox is surprising anymore. They're pivoting away from exclusivity. That's why people that are like gung-ho, hang on one second. Hang on. Every single time, we've kind of seen these developments happen and these podcasts happen, I'm just kind of like, I don't think any of this is breaking news. We all knew that this was happening. I don't know. Hands straight to pockets. Right. No one should be surprised by any of this. I tell you what happens. I think it's just like the death rattles of a fight is all it is. That fight's over. I mean, there are the ponies, and then there are the really strong Xbox guys, and they're still just duking it out over this. Aaron Greenberg says, I had the opportunity to work closely with Matt Booty over the years. He's a highly respected leader in our creative teams. Matt Booty joins the pod to discuss his new title as Chief Content Officer. Isn't that the title that Asha gave him in the announcement when she was taking over? It's not. He didn't get promoted that quickly again, did he? Are they just going to keep changing his title so he can't be fired? No, you can't fire me now. No, yeah, I've got a ramp up period for the next 6 months. I am now the Chief Content Officer. And then just before that 6 months is up, he's like, "Nope, you can't fire me. Nope, I've got an on-ramp. I've got a ramp up period where I can't be fired. I am now the head of content." They just keep changing the man's title. I just think they like having him around because of his name. I really do. They're like, we really need someone, with his name has got good search volume, Booty. Did he ever do any work? Nobody knows what he does. I don't know what he does other than do interviews. Lono, what about Disco is Dead? Are you going to play that? You add your own music in the game and you beat the enemies up. What? You add your own music? Like, so I could add all of my, Faceless Forge music to it? Matt Booty must have some insane blackmail material. Let me see something. Is there a way for me... Add as a moderator, hi, da-da-da-da-da. They need to give us that ability in chat to, like, always approve your comments. This thing that happens where it's like, I have to approve the dumbest statements. It's like, because you said that, I had to approve your comment, whatever. Matt Booty is the Tommy of Xbox. Yeah, you can't get rid of him. Mouse PI is not out yet on Steam. Okay. If you guys didn't notice, the score for Replaced continues to go down. It's now in the 70s. I think it's probably going to continue to go down. I don't think it's that good of a game. It isn't bad. It just isn't very good either. And I'm very, very disappointed. I was 100% wrong, disappointed to be so wrong. I thought that game was really going to steal the show this year and be the indie darling, and I just don't think so. I think it's going to get absolutely trounced on by Mugenics and Slay the Spire 2, maybe even Mouse PI for hire. In the indie runnings, I think those are kind of your three front runners right now, unless I'm forgetting one. Was there another one that came out that kind of took over? Eugenics, Slay the Spire 2. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Booty's the one who carries the shovel in his trunk. He digs the holes for all the bodies. Apparently, his secrets are safe. That's his. He keeps the secrets safe. This is so frustrating to read. He keeps the secrets secret and safe. That's his main job. Frick you for that sentence, Fuzzy. I was like, how many S's can I put in close proximity? You see the Saros PS5 Pro support information? Yeah, so I tweeted this video. If you guys didn't see this, Saros on the PS5 Pro, this enhanced video, they tweeted this today. It is, oh my golly. This game is everything to me, and I haven't even played it yet. Okay, increased rendering resolution, all right. Maybe there's deets. We'll check and read if there's a blog here, or is it just a wish list link? There's his second chance. Do they say anything more? PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. Okay, so it's going to be using PSSR. I know it's using PSSR 2. I did see that. Wait, it's just a... Stop. Hang on a minute. Oh my gosh. Look at the lighting on the enemy. He looks so... Excuse me. Just... Oh my gosh, dude. I want you to try to watch that sequence. It's really quick. We'll try to watch it. I want you to look at the lighting on him in the background. Just watch. Oh, it looks so stinking good, bro. Oh, let's see. Hang on. It was a tweet by PlayStation. Oh, here we go. By the way, I'm playing Hades on PS5. Guys, Hades 2 is so great. So great. Bless you. Thank you. It's so great. If you've not been playing it, play it. It's wonderful. All right, Saros on the PS5. Okay, here we go. Blah, blah, blah. PSSR. Saros is in the new version of PSSR Upscaler that released in March. This update provides you with an even sharper image. You can barely tell it apart from native 4K as you explore Carcosa. Since 1995, our goal at Housemarque has been to push the hardware. And with Saros, we continue this drive thanks to the PSSR update. Seppo Hallinen, our technical director at Housemarque, wanted to share more specifically on how we increase the base render resolution for Saros on the PS5 Pro. On PlayStation 5 Pro, we also increased our base render resolution, which is the resolution before upscaling. This means on PS5 Pro, you'll have an even clearer, higher resolution image at 60 FPS. While we use dynamic resolution to ensure stable frame rate, even in the middle of hectic combat, PS5 Pro always delivers a sharper image in a scene-to-scene comparison. Saros on PS5 already looks incredible and runs at a rock-solid 60 FPS, but the PS5 Pro, we push graphics even further. Furthermore, our many small adjustments in reflections and overall quality, ensuring that the increase is not only more pixels, but also the content we render scales up to match. The only place where we switch to 30 FPS is in key story cinematics, where we go quality over quantity and we render at high quality characters, lighting, and post-processing at peak resolution, which again is higher on the PS5 Pro. Okay, I'm just going to say something. Does anybody else see it? I can't be the only one. Does anybody else see it, this image? Do you see it? What? Do you see it? I can't be the only one that sees this. Please tell me if you see it in chat. All right, let's keep reading. Building on our success in Returnal. I mean, I asked this guy to do English only. He just keeps putting things in Russian. So that's your last day here. Building on our success from Returnal, we have evolved our 3D audio to allow an even more immersive experience on PlayStation 5 with its Tempest 3D audio tech. You can hear the Lost Carcosa, Hostels, and even our music all around you when playing with 3D audio, enabled headphones, or 3D audio sound setup. Our amazing sound and music team at PlayStation Creative Arts have created a phenomenal sounding experience. I can't wait for you to experience. When we see it, it's the Batcave. Advanced weaponry with adaptive triggers. Similarly, we want to take things to the next level. When using adaptive trigger, if you pull it halfway down, I hate that, actually, for the alt fire. This allows for alternative attacks ranging from grenade launchers slower. If you pull the adaptive trigger all the way down, it'll activate your eclipse-driven power weapon. Yeah, I hate this. I changed this. I actually think this is annoying, but I'm glad they're using it for people that like it. No, I've not finished the Yellow King yet. I'm about halfway through. Immersion-driven haptic feedback. We love the DualSense wireless controller's haptic feedback and how it brings you closer to a physical experience in our games. For Saros, we have once again put so much detail, thought, and nuance into the haptics. We wanted you to feel every bit of the action, world-building, and haunting story. Okay? If you love what we did in Returnal, you'll feel an even further great. New, instant, fast loading. With Saros, we make use of the PS5's ultra-speed SSD, letting you quickly return to the action after death or escalate the gameplay, audio, and visuals when you activate an Eclipse, which creates a new experience. Pre-order today. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm just going to show you something. Let's see. Biome 3 boss. All right. I'm just going to show you something here. I swear to frick. There's something here. Maybe I'm just imagining things. I think I'm just imagining things. Okay. This right here is the third biome boss in Returnal. And when I saw this, that's the first thing I saw. Like the silhouette up here, I don't know. I think I'm just losing my mind. I think I might just be going crazy. When I saw this image this morning on my phone, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, are they messing around? Are they being silly? Is that am I meant to see this somehow? Like, I think I'm going crazy. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Now that I look at it, I don't see it. I will say this. The graphical differences between these games is so noticeable. It's so noticeable. Like, the graphical difference from Returnal to Saros is just, wow. Like, the lighting system, the level of detail, just absolutely stunning. The difference there. I don't see it. I'm going insane. It's not even close. No, you're right. It was just the first thing I thought of when I saw that image this morning. I was like, that looks like the outline of the third biome boss. Stay away from the grass. Listen, in my defense, I had just woken up, so that it's probably, it's different engines. What? What do you mean it's different engines? It's Unreal. Oh, you mean the updated version of Unreal, right? It's still Unreal. It's not like they completely switch engines. Anyways, let's see. Humans are good at pattern recognition. That's what I saw. I don't know. So 4/28 instead of 30, even sooner. Oh, that's with early access. Yes, you can play as early as the 28th, which is a Tuesday. I don't know why they're doing that. Just have that be the release date. That's weird. Having your release date be a Thursday and early access you can play on a Tuesday. I don't really understand it. If you guys are enjoying the show, do me a quick favor and hit the like button. You do need to subscribe to Talk and Chat. We turned that feature back on because we're just turning it back on. It's just a great way for the chat to run. Must be in your head. It's definitely in my head. And someone just sent a gift. It's a dancing controller. That actually looks really cool. That was 500 jewels. I don't know how much that is. I don't understand how the pricing of that works. So I want to thank you for your contribution. It's difficult to do that. Is that like $5? Which is very generous. Thank you for doing that. That was actually kind of cool. A little dancing controller. I feel like I'm on TikTok. They went from 4 to 5. That's right. I see bats. I'm on mobile though. There were definitely bats. So the image is smaller. Yo, good morning, Hilly. How are you? I played it on Steam. Hades 2 lived up to 1 for sure. Let's see here. Good morning, all, says Maid Mills. Loan it at Housemark. Send you a copy of Saros to review. No, I'm trying to get into contact with them. I don't have any contacts over there. I cannot get any contact over there. It's really, really difficult. You used to be able to network on Twitter, and now you can't. Like, I'll send DMs to people that know me, and they'll be like, "Sorry, I didn't see this," and it'll be like a month later. So it's impossible to try to network now. So like I'm trying my best to get, contacts and get in the ear of people. Because it's like, man, I got like a almost 30,000 viewed stream of Returnal where read the comments, man. A bunch of people got back into Returnal, and I think that's a pretty cool thing that we were able to do there with that game. Yeah, the codes went out yesterday for Sorrows, which I think I'm hoping a week is enough time. I'm glad that the embargo is next week, an entire week before Sorrows comes out. I think that's a sign of confidence. I'm a little concerned that 1 week's not quite enough time. I wish they had two. Sent a star for 2 jewels. Oh, thank you so much, Henry, for doing that. I appreciate that very, very much. You guys can now do gifts on YouTube if you prefer that over Super Chats or tips or gifted members. Thank you for the 3 stream streak, and thank you, Trekkie, for a 7 stream streak. I appreciate it very, very much. I was just watching that stream yesterday. You don't need to understand, you just need to pay. That's correct. I've never seen that icon before in chat. It's a new thing you can do on YouTube. They used to only let you send the GIFs, like the little animated GIFs. I'm saying gift with a T at the end, gift. It's an animated, like, little controller or something. You used to only be able to do that on mobile if you were doing like a mobile stream. Yes, Pragmata is tomorrow. Not 2 days, 1 day, Hotshot. Pragmata is literally tomorrow. We will be playing Pragmata tomorrow, and we will be playing Mouse PI for Hire today. If you guys are just tuning in, we are doing a waiting room for the Xbox Metro 2039 showcase, so you can watch it here. You can co-stream it here on this channel. I've got a countdown right next to me if you're wondering when it's going to happen. Anthony Robinson sent gold coin for 10 jewels. Listen, if you guys do that kind of a thing, if you're all doing something like that at the same time, chatting, spamming emotes, doing gifts, subs, members, all of that, it's supposed to forego disruption, if you understand what I'm talking about. If you understand my meaning, that was a report that came out. Okay, so 300 for 5. So you get 300 for $5, 700 for... Those are such odd totals. That's annoying. That's really annoying on how are you... Like, YouTube, come on. How am I supposed to thank somebody for their contribution when the numbers are like that? Henry sent another one. He sent an MVP for 250 jewels. I appreciate that. That's basically $5. Thank you very, very much. And so the 500 jewels was $10. Thank you. DTM with 52 months and Member Plus says, that's a lot of months. Thank you very much. Renewing your memberships counts, guys. Thank you very, very much. What's this jewel stuff I'm seeing in the chat? It's just like, it's like bits, kind of, and also the gifts thing. It's kind of both combined into one thing. So we'll start Returnal today on the PS Pro. Make sure and watch my video if you're having a hard time or you want some tips. My Returnal video, it's called Returnal Gameplay in 2025. There's a Returnal command in chat you can also use. That video will really, really help you. I am so tired of this. My mouse cable is like permanently getting pulled. It's so irritating. It's like I set my mouse, right? And the mouse cable gets slightly pulled by these other cables that are like weighing it down. And so my mouse is like always just slightly moving from where I set it. It's super irritating. Kaiser Soze with 50 months. That's a lot of months. Welcome back. Kaiser says, I did a thing. You did do a thing. Thank you very much. It's like bits. It's like how Purple does it, where the bits are all the creator versus the 70-30 split. Yes. Yeah. I don't think bits are all to the creator, are they? When did they make that change? D-Tom, thank you so much for using your Prime over there on Purple. Let me add that to the total. There it is. 313 on the week. Good morning, Raven. How are you? Good morning, Lono, and chat about Hades 2. I bought Hades on Nintendo Switch 2, and I'm loving it. Yeah, you were able to get Hades on the Switch 2 up until now. I really don't buy third-party games on the Switch. So, new leak about the PS6. It'll be backward compatible with the PS4 and the PS5. That doesn't really strike me as breaking news. That'd be insane if it wasn't. I mean, you talk about, lose digital library continuity. Let's see. You can't do that. People would be furious. The user pays the split when they buy bits on Purple. At least that's how I understood it. Oh, I didn't know that. I wouldn't use a wireless mouse to save your life. What wireless mouse? Future is now, old man. I think this is a It is a wireless mouse. It's got the thing in the. It's got this right here. I should probably do that, and then I wouldn't have to. But then I'd have to make sure and charge it, and I don't want to do that. I was unsubscribed to you for some reason. YouTube's end. Yeah, we decided to turn that feature back on, Neo Reaper. And you know what's really interesting? As soon as I scheduled the stream, I got like 4 or 5 new subs instantly. It's like people came to the stream and they were like, oh, I can't talk. So I'm not quite sure what that means. I'm not sure what some of y'all are doing. Charles Freeman with a 5-bomb. Thank you very, very much. Like, to be that engaged with my channel that you were instantly in the chat for a scheduled stream and then saw that you couldn't chat so that you subbed. Like, I don't know what some of y'all are doing on YouTube. Y'all are, listen, we all have our own version of weird. Some of y'all are weird, okay? Like, that's just bizarre. Like, hey, I'm going to be here as soon as the stream starts, but I'm not going to sub to the channel. Like, okay. And maybe like Neo Reaper, maybe you got accidentally unsubbed and you came to the channel this morning and you're like, what the heck's going on? But thank you again, Charles Freeman, for the 5-bomb to get us to 318 members. It's very, very kind of you. The only thing I like about wireless mice is that lack of cord makes it easy to throw them against the wall. That's right, when they randomly shut down. What aren't we doing? I don't know. Just everything. Do we know if other games will be shown at the Metro Showcase or just lots of Metro? Just Metro, Hilly. It's literally called, it's on the Xbox channel right now. And it is literally called Xbox First Look Metro 2039. It's an event specifically with their devs and studio. Here it is with the little trailer running. That's what it's called. And a 5-bomb comes in from Neo Reaper. There it is, 323. We need to go for stretch this week. I'll have a little surprise for you guys. Madam and I will do a second segment for you on Saturday. And we're going to keep it a surprise. If you guys hit the stretch goal, we're going to give you a little something extra on Saturday night. So you're going to have to hustle, though, because it is Thursday. Oh, what are you guys saying here? Do you see Xbox announcing Metro coming to Game Pass? Here's the thing. It seems like it's a part of Xbox's marketing. I believe it's been confirmed to be a Play Anywhere game, but have they said, I don't know, have they said anything about Game Pass? I don't know if they have. I don't feel like I've seen that. Ala Park with 44 months and a VIP gets us to 324. Work and alert crew these days. Yay, tax season. Thanks for the great content. Thank you so much, Ala Park. An RPG sent a gift with 67 jewels. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. I thought you said no to OnlyFans. Yeah, I'm not doing OnlyFans. What are you talking about? They better stop putting these new games on Game Pass. They ain't gonna make no money. Well, I mean, I think the reason third party likes to go to Game Pass is because it's like guaranteed. Hang on, it's guaranteed revenue. Like, I want you to imagine, like, you're considering going to the Xbox platform, and you're considering like launching your game there. Currently, the ecosystem over there it's probably not in a great place, okay? The hardware, the demand for the hardware is down. Their hardware saturation's not very great. Let me turn the brightness on my monitor down. Sorry. I'm sitting here flashbanging myself. What the heck just happened? We just, like, had a huge blip, and I don't know why that continues to happen. I don't know what that is. It happened to both platforms. I don't get it at all. Anyways, It's something to do with the GPU cycling, and I don't know why it happens. I turned off the GPU scheduler, so sorry about that, boys. Let's say that you're going over to the Xbox platform and you're doing, your market research. Maybe you've been on that platform before, and maybe you kind of know what your potential sales are going to be, okay? If you know your sales aren't going to be that fantastic, and Xbox as a company is offering you, let's say they're offering you, the Game Pass deal, and so you're going to get that guaranteed money. I think a lot of third-party devs are going to take the guaranteed money. Now, depending on how large the check is, right? Sometimes the check, might be not enough. Like, they could be coming with smaller offers. I don't know. But I could see third-party developers finding that to be pretty appealing. Thought that was my phone both times over here. Just a little more taxing on mobile than YouTube. It can be. I'll pretend I don't own an S for the sake of your example. For the sake of my example, you'll pretend you don't own an S. I'm not sure what you're saying. I call that Gremlins in the Machine. Yeah, it feels that way. It does. It does feel that way. The thing is, though, is that Game Pass as an offer is, I think it's going to slowly change. I really do. I think the statements from Asha Sharma, she met with the co-CEO of Netflix. So I definitely could see like a lower cost tier coming with ads. I could definitely see them. I could even see them kind of lowering the cost of Ultimate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could see Ultimate going down in price, but I could also see them then removing day and date and being like, we're just not doing that anymore. We think Game Pass can be more affordable, still offer you a great amount of games every single month, but they're going to have to remove day and date. Like, drop Ultimate back down to like $20 and see if you can't get people to sign up for Ultimate. I think the problem with going down in price on Ultimate is you have people that are going to stay there, and you're automatically going to be getting like less money from them. So I just don't know. To me, it's like they've got a couple of paths forward to make revamps to Game Pass, and I believe they're going to, based on what Asha Sharma has indicated. I think one of those things, again, is going to be a lower price tier that potentially has ads. And then I do think they're going to reevaluate day and date, especially for games like Call of Duty, because they lose so much money. The cost is so great for PC Game Pass. Search all places for $12. Yeah, PC Game Pass could also go through some revision, because PC Game Pass is an amazing deal. Like, it truly is an amazing deal. Like, you get like a handful of things. Don't you also get like EA or something? Like the EA Play thing with it? I forget what it's called. Like, don't you also get something included on PC Game Pass? And you get day and date, and it's not $30. It's like $12 or $13 or something. It's not nearly as expensive as the Ultimate version on console. Someone help me remember the survival horror type game that came out a bit ago on Game Pass. Second installment. I can't remember for the life of me. A survival horror game that came out a bit ago on Game Pass? I have no idea. Incredible Black says people lied. People lied about what? What are you referring to? You said if I were getting into Xbox, I was just saying I already have one. Oh. And Neo Reaper upgrades to a VIP Plus, and that counts as 2. Boom, boom. That puts us past 325. Let me go ahead and gift a member now to YouTube. I owe one. If you guys want to be on pace for the week, you're going to want to end the day at 400. I currently owe you guys a member, and we're super close to 200 likes, y'all. Make sure you take a quick second, go through that ritual. You come into the stream and you hit the like button, and there's the one that I owe. Thank you very, very much. And we now have gifts on YouTube live streams as well that you can send. So do that. Vampire Survivors? No, I don't think so. And a 10 bomb comes in from Wired Rope. He's like, come on, Twitch. We got to be in the fight here. There it is, and gets us to 336. It was similar to Metro. Are you talking about Stalker 2? That was a while ago. I don't think you're talking about Stalker 2. You're saying it was like Metro? I can't think of a game that was like Metro recently that came to Xbox Game Pass. After the 3-hour countdown, are they showing us the trailer? There will be a Metro 2039 reveal. Yes, a first look today on the Xbox channel. We'll be co-streaming it. We'll actually go over in about 2.5 hours. We'll go over about 30 minutes early. The waiting room tends to get kind of long, and if somebody wants to come later and just watch the Metro 2039 thing, I kind of like having that as its own separate thing. It was a first-person shooter post-nuclear. The only game I can think of would be Stalker. Like, Stalker 2 would have been a first-person shooter post-nuclear, like, post-apocalyptic environment with radiation and stuff everywhere. I don't know if you're thinking of Stalker 2. Stalker 2 wasn't recent, though. That's like, what now, a year and a half old or something like that? It's been out for a while. It recently came to PlayStation, didn't it? Sounds more and more like Stalker. Yeah, I think that's what he's got to be thinking of. You get EA Pass 2 on Xbox. Are they still including EA Play and Ultimate? Like if you pay for the $30 Ultimate? Because I think you get that on Game Pass PC for like $13, and then for $30 you get all the same stuff on console. Like the difference in price is ridiculous. Why buy Game Pass game that you can only play if you have Game Pass? Wait, are you saying why buy the game? Somebody might buy the game because they want to own it. In the event that it comes off of Game Pass, they would still have access to it. That might be why. I get PC Ultimate for $16 a month, says the Malice one. Yeah, and you get like EA Play bundled into that, don't you? So you get the day and date, but you also get EA Play. If you guys are just tuning in and you're looking for the Metro 2039 live stream, hit subscribe so you can talk in my chat, and then keep it here. You can watch it here with us. I got a countdown right next to me. And, hit like, join the community, all those things. Stalker 2 is awaiting an Unreal Engine update to be implemented by the devs for the game soon. Oh, they are? I didn't know they were doing that. Illuminati Al says, thank you. Yes, I didn't realize it was that long ago. Time flies. Okay, so you were thinking of Stalker 2. Okay, yeah. Isn't it weird how that happens? Like, somebody will say so-and-so passed away 3 years ago, and you're like, what? I thought that was like 2 months ago. Or like a game or a movie comes out, and you're like, yeah, I think I need to see that or check that out. And like a year or two goes by, and all of a sudden you're like, did I just time travel? Like, that is so weird when you experience that, where you feel like something happened recently and it actually didn't. Atomfall isn't really horror? No, I don't think he was thinking of Atomfall. I think he's concluded it was Stalker 2. Atomic Heart is robots. Metro is deformed horror monsters. Yeah, more and more. I said this. I believe I said this on the roundtable with Ginger. I think I said this over there. That the first-person shooter genre is a really, really difficult genre to iterate on. Like, it's really hard to iterate and evolve the first-person shooter. Like, there's just only so much you can do within the genre. The price difference is likely due to not needing to pay for online services on PC, alongside them needing more incentive in general. Well, I don't think the price difference on PC, Solemn, has anything to do with what it costs Xbox. I think it has everything to do with the fact that that's where they have the room for the most growth. I think it was the Brazilian regulators that Phil Spencer said that they had basically plateaued with Game Pass subscribers on console. And he was like, we basically have plateaued. And their biggest room for growth, in his estimation, was PC. And they also saw their biggest room for growth in the Asian market. So I think in his mind, if you're going to get people to sign up for Game Pass on PC in another market, you're going to have to have a competitive price. So they can't jack Ultimate all the way to $30. That would be a pretty tough sell. So I don't know what kind of growth they're having, though, on PC Game Pass. I just don't. I don't know how much growth they're having, because it just doesn't seem to be conducive to the PC audience nearly as much as it was conducive to the console audience. But even the console audience, I think more and more people now are just experiencing fatigue with subscriptions. It's like they don't want them anymore. They've got so many. Ginger says, can confirm there is a roundtable, and can confirm you said that. I did indeed say that. That's right. Metro is radiato what? Oh, Radiation Punk. Got it. It's not really that amazing of a product for the price either. It really was when it came out. I think Game Pass is excellent for the price on PC. I think $30 for Ultimate on console is a bridge too far for a lot of people. It's like every 2 months you're basically spending what amounts to like a new game price. I mean, I know new games are 70 now, but like wasn't that long ago they were 60. You know what I mean? I think we're going to get a lot of people today talking in other languages, probably because of Metro. I think Metro probably has a more global audience. So I can't read what you're saying in Russian. I'm sorry. It would be really cool if YouTube could implement an on-the-fly translation tool where, like, you know, it would just, like, AI would just take your sentence and change it to English, and it would tell me, you know, translated from Russian, so I would know I'm reading a rough translation. That would be I can't wait for updates like that to land on these platforms. It would completely remove language barriers. Like, it'll be really cool if in the future you can tune into a live stream and it's like on the fly being interpreted by AI. So you could be a Chinese speaking, you know, individual, and you don't understand a lick of English, and you could come in here and know everything that I'm saying, and we could communicate. Like, what a world we're about to live in, where there's no such thing as a language barrier. Yo, Detective Seeds with the 20 bomb gets us all the way to the next milestone. I was about to take a sip of coffee, man. Interrupted me with generosity. Thank you so much, Detective Seeds. It does that for audio already, just not chat. I don't think it does it while you're live, though, Creature. Doesn't it do it on the VOD? It'd be amazing if it could do it live. And I owe a member to YouTube, to Team YouTube. They steal another one. Let me put myself on fan funding here on the chat, so I don't have to see the chat scrolling like crazy. There we go. That shirt is sick. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Detective Seeds. Good to see you, brother. Where can I buy that? I got this from Ripped Apparel, but I think Ripped Apparel has a different name now. I don't know their name. I think they changed. That's where I got it. I worked with Ripped Apparel for like a very short amount of time, and then the way they would restock you with shirts was like a huge pain in the rear end, so I just stopped doing it. It was like I had to go and email them and then wait for them to reply. They'd take weeks to reply, and then they would want me to reference like where I promoted the shirt. And it's like, I promote your shirt every time I wear it. Like that, I'm not doing like a specific activation with it. It was a headache. Joker Quinn with a single. Thank you so much. Like when Into the AM, you know, sends a specific shirt, it makes more sense. I had like a batch of shirts from them, so I liked working with them. They had cool shirts, but I resubbed yesterday on Amazon. I don't know if you saw it. I think it was towards the end of your stream before you swapped over. Number man, if you redo it, you have to celebrate it. What's your name over there? I'm seeing a Mike Diesel. Is that you? Near the end of my stream yesterday on Purple, the only one I'm seeing is Mike Diesel. You might have to go over there and refresh and press celebrate. I feel like I already did that. My bet works again. Oh, my EBT. Oh, okay. Ultimate isn't just a console thing, though. It includes the PC and the cloud part. Great for me and my partner who have two consoles and a nice PC and a portable. One sub and able to share. Yeah, I think there are specific instances where it is really, really good. I don't think the Game Pass is necessarily a bad deal. I think Game Pass is becoming less and less appealing to people, though. It used to have very, very broad appeal, right? It would have broad appeal, and you know, you would just, it was kind of a no-brainer at $10. At $20, it was still for many people kind of a no-brainer. So it's not a bad deal by any stretch. It's just limiting. It's a lot easier now, I think, for people to be like, yeah, I don't need this. I don't want this anymore. Yo, what's good, Agent Atwood? How are you? What's good, Petrov? Good to see you in the chat. It doesn't need to be on YouTube's end necessarily. Chrome can translate chat in real time. Yeah, that would be amazing if because you can go to websites that do that. Like, I'm sorry, you go to a website and Chrome just does it. Yes, that's awesome. I love when I can do that and like read a review from an outlet that ordinarily I would just close and click off of. Yes, the Metro Showcase is today. You didn't see the announcement. The announcement was, when was it? Was it this week or last week? I don't remember when they announced this. It might have been last week, actually. At $30, the value isn't there unless there was some kind of family plan. I still think the value is there for some people. I just think they've limited the amount of people that think that. I think the other thing people are thinking about Game Pass is, well, I'll just wait and I'll sign up and then I'll just play all the games then. Like, imagine this year. Okay. You know, Gears is going to come out and Forza is going to come out and a Call of Duty is going to come out. You know, you're going to have all these games come out on Game Pass. They're going to be all spread out. You know, if you're frugal and your schedule allows it, like if you're more of like the casual gamer where you're slowly working through a backlog or something and you don't feel that urgency like where you got to play games like right away. Well, then what you could do that would be very, very easy is you just wait. And then you sign up for Game Pass, and then for 2 months you're paying for Game Pass and you play like 6 games. You know, and you spent $60 over the course of those 2 months. There you go. B. Carter says, here I am. Thank you for 2 months over there, and thank you for using your Prime on Purple. I appreciate you taking the time to go over and celebrate that. I can't see on my dashboard until you do that. So if you renew your Prime on my channel over there on Purple, you got to celebrate it or I won't see it. Chrome has extensions. Check later in the green room. Okay. What's good, Keeg the Geek? As you guys are coming in, man, make sure you're hitting that like button. I know a lot of you are looking for the Metro 2039 showcase. We're going to co-stream it right here. If you hit subscribe on my channel, it's totally free to subscribe, by the way, on YouTube. You can hit subscribe, and then you can talk in my chat. And then also, you can hang out on our Discord as a member if you decide to support the channel with a membership. So you can do either one of those things or both. I want the family plan. I'm tired of paying $45 a month. If you know, this is a legendary tweet. I know nothing about that. Can't wait for the first games. Can't wait. You said the first games were very good. Exodus was perfect, but I wanted to see Moscow more. Agent Atwood says hit the like button. That's right. That like button is massively helpful to what we do. So is chat activity. They're starting to measure that. So the more chat's moving, the more you guys are doing things. You know, if you're celebrating your memberships, if you're doing those gifts, there's those new animated gift things you can do in the chat. Where can we see the game in 3 hours? This channel? Yeah, you can watch it right here. We will co-stream the reveal. You can watch it here. You can also watch it on the official Xbox channel. But I mean, I'm just going to sit here and pull it up, and we'll watch it together. I'll go full screen, and I don't talk over it or anything. So you can keep it here. We cover events like this. We do live discussions like this Monday through Friday. I am a safe for work broadcaster, so a lot of people throw me on in the background of their day. You know, they sub to the channel and they're just here every day, Monday through Friday, and just kind of listen to the show. So feel free to do that as well if you just prefer to be a little bit, less involved in chat. That is also great. Exodus was fun, says Genshiro's Secret Stash. I like the open world aspect. Felt good to get out of the Metro. Measure this, YouTube. Pause. That's right. That's right. Oh. Well, what they're doing is they don't want to disrupt a very active stream. So, like, if people are going nuts because some guy's, popping off in a battle royale or something, then they don't want it to get disruptive. So the more active chat is, the less likely it's going to happen. This guy says, I got fired because of you. What? You got fired because of me? Yo, what's good, Lightly? You loved Exodus? Sell me on Metro. What is it that you guys like about Metro games? Do they have like a good vibe and a good tone? Is it like a really good shooter? Is it a good story? I I really do struggle now. I mean, you guys chime in here, Chad, if you feel the same way. I feel like it's hard for me to enjoy a first-person shooter now. I think it's my own fault. I played them for too many years. I played Call of Duty since the first one, and then I played Destiny for however many years that was. Since I played it from the beta of Destiny 1 until all the way 2021. I got promoted because of you, though. Oh, great. That I love that. Zoom in. What do you mean? You got fired because of you? Yeah, I don't know how you get fired because of me. Very immersive. Thank you, D. Gad, for renewing your membership and getting us to $3.59. I appreciate that so much. It's the story and the vibe and theme. Better than Fallout. I've never been a Metro guy, says Solemn. Always heard good things about it. I feel like it's more in YouTube's interest to increase that when they see an active chat. Well, no, because if you frustrate the users, they'll leave, Yana did. It's your hair. It looks so good that he got jealous. Oh, okay. Well, my chat's now glitching, and his membership just keeps popping off at the top. What the heck is going on? Is anybody else seeing that? Like, Gad's membership, it just keeps... Okay, it stopped. It did it like 3 or 4 times. I like how it's extra realistic. And 44 months says, wham, take this. Thank you, Freebird. Boom. For 44 months of memberships, man. I appreciate that so much. If you guys want to do what all these handsome gentlemen are doing, they're celebrating their membership in chat, you can start today. You can get your membership going. Get yourself a badge. You get emotes to use. And also, you can get into our members-only Discord. And you could watch me play games and do segments in there that we might not do on the channel. Sometimes we run out of time. Alex hits 13 months in a row over there on Purple. Welcome back, Alex. We don't use Chrome. We don't live your misery. I actually have no issues with Chrome. We switched to Firefox thinking it would help with some of the issues we were having. It had nothing to do with the browser I was using. Like, we have stripped down the streaming rig to like one monitor. Discord's not running. I'm running Firefox instead of Chrome. Still happens. He was watching your 6th head not safe for work content. That's right. That's not my fault. If you chose to engage, you know what I mean? I never heard of the Metro series until today. Is it a linear style game? I believe it's linear. I don't think it's like open world or anything like that. Us 5-head guys have to stick together. That's right. It's pretty tough as well. The beast will waste you. So you guys seem to be telling me it's a tone thing, it's a vibe thing. It's not like, you're not like, oh my gosh, the shooting is just incredible. It's not that the shooting is bad. You guys are just saying the primary thing that you really are drawn to is the tone and the vibe of the game, of the franchise of Metro. I think I paid like $10 for the whole Metro collection last holiday sale. I believe the Metro collection is on sale right now. I think I saw it on my Twitter feed. Spawnwave might have tweeted it. It's like $5 or something. Let me see if I can find his tweet. I think it was Spawnwave. Let me see here. Spawnwave. Where are you, you handsome devil? All right. Yeah, right here. He says, let me know what price you get. It should be $5.99. The Metro Saga bundle, which has a really good score on PlayStation, a 4.5. That's basically a 90%. It's $5.99. The offer ends April 23rd, so he's got a week-long discount. He's not signed in. Okay, hang on. Metro Saga bundle PlayStation Store. Let's see what it is. Let's see. I'm going to pull it up right now. There it is. I'm signed in. I am signed in, but I've got the same thing. $5.99, offer ends $5.23. So, listen, boys. Now's a great time to get into Metro because you can get into the bundle. The bundle for $6. It comes with Metro 2033, Metro Exodus, and Metro Last Light Redux for $6. That's like $2 a game. It's like $1 an hour. Like that's a really good deal there, boys. So there you go. And if you're just tuning in and you're appreciative of the stream, and the information and the place to hang out, take a quick second and hit the like button. Hit that thumbs up button. Exodius Face says, bro, the environment and the atmosphere and the gunplay is good. The sound design's amazing. And at some points it feels like an action horror game with high-risk situations, especially with low ammo. Interesting. Redux means remake. Yes. Somebody would have to kind of clarify what exactly that is. Is that a full-on remake or is it just a remaster? I can't buy the Saga because I already own Exodus, so I have to get the other games separately. What? It won't let you do it? It should let you do it. Survival aspects are fun with harder difficulties. It sounds like there's a lot. It has a lot to offer as a franchise. It does, you know. I think the reason sometimes games like this slip past my radar back when they came out is if it wasn't an online shooter, I wasn't interested. So when I played Call of Duty, you know, we would dabble and we would play like the Battlefields and Titanfall and stuff when they came out. Redux is it's a remaster. Okay. I like to celebrate the fact that I just beat Returnal. You beat Returnal. Congratulations. Now I can buy Soros. I was not going to get Soros until I beat Returnal. A little over 74 hours, no platinum. Hey, the platinum is tough, and it's honestly, I don't know if it's worth going for. It's probably one of the not good platinums to go to because it's RNG based, which I think is stupid. I love Returnal, but I don't think your platinum should ever be RNG based. So, but congratulations, man. That's a big deal. Returnal is it's a tough game, but it's so worth it when you beat it. That's it. Same. I didn't play single player much back then. Yeah. It's interesting how much I've changed as a gamer. It really is. How much I've kind of changed and evolved as a gamer. There was a time where that was just all I did. It was only single player. Only multiplayer, and now I'm very much like only single player and co-op. Bungie's latest experiment turns Marathon into a battle royale, and it's a hit. Free Kick Q might be the most fun I've had so far. How is it a battle royale? What the Why is PC Gamer saying that? That seems kind of strange. It's not a BR. Yeah, I don't really know why they're running with that headline. I feel like that's a weird interpretation. You love Metro? Well, welcome. Sadly, we don't speak Russian here. You're welcome to stay and hang out, but we won't be able to understand you if you type in Russian. Lono, can you explain something about Returnal? When I thought I beat it, it said I had to go back through and collect plates from each biome. Yeah, the sundial plates or whatever. If you want the full story, if you want the true ending, you've got to go and find those in every biome. Yeah. It tracks it in your menu. You'll know how many you found. I don't remember. Are the sundials RNG? I can't remember if they are or not. Never completed any Metro, says J-Stock, but I bought the Saga bundle. Why not for $6? Yeah, for $6. I mean, that's a rainy day shooter right there, you know. We go through a bit of a drought. You're just wanting to play a first-person shooter. Looking forward to chatting. Wait, is Seeds on tomorrow? Is he on the podcast tomorrow? Who's all on, Ginger? Let's start promoting it now. I thought I wasn't going to be able to make it, but then I thought, you know what? Why don't we do the talk show, do Ginger's show, and then I'll do Pragmata afterward? You know, that sounds like a pretty fun day to me. Let's go. I mean, it is kind of, the free kit mode is kind of nonstop fighting, and everyone starts with the exact same loadout. The only way to get other gear is to loot the map. Okay. I can see that. Seeds is on the round table tomorrow. Okay, something just came up. I can't be on anymore. I'm just kidding. Just now. I just got a phone call right now on my. That's not my phone, but you know. That'll be awesome. Yeah, it'll be a good show. It will be a good show. Let's get more people on. Let's get more people on that round table. Let's do it. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to start drama, but I would not go to Detective Seeds for any information about Mouse PI for hire because he has a clear bias being a detective. Freaking stupid. J Stock says, I'm out. I'm done. I'm unsubbing. How do I get a refund on time? Give the man his refund. Revoking my membership because of that. Come on. You gotta give me, I gotta be able to make 1 to 20 dad jokes a day. Somewhere in that, quota, 1 to 20. That was dumb. It was. Yes, right. Idiots, man, I could not believe someone typed that. Oh my golly. I love the gaming roundtable. It reminds me of the Reforge roundtable, and I love it regardless. I like it. I really do. It's nice having a round table. I enjoyed having Mag on this week. I enjoyed the show yesterday with Erica. Isn't she the best? Like, that was so stinking fun, I don't know if I've ever, I said this earlier today, I don't know if I've ever commiserated with someone so consistently on such different games. Like the fact that we both took 5 hours to beat Ishin and Sekiro, but it made it one of our favorite games. And then we were gushing over Returnal. And I'm like, listen, it's we are now gamer pals forever. The indoor sections were great. Outdoor semi-open world parts didn't vibe with me. What are you talking about, a Metro game? What are you talking about? Been loving the roundtable and the guests you've had recently. I appreciate that very, very much. We've continued to say, especially y'all that hang out in the Discord, if you are in proximity, you know what I mean? If you're hanging out in someone's Discord who's like a YouTuber, tell them, be like, hey, you go do a show with Reforge. Luke and Spawnwave next, please. I don't have a way of contacting them. You guys said to email Luke. Does Spawnwave function the same way? I need to reach out to Colin Moriarty as well and be like, hey, man, I appreciate the mini shout-out on the podcast. I'd love to have you on. She's my new favorite game content person. You've been replaced. Listen, if you guys replace me and watch Erica instead, I'm totally fine with that. She's a mom and doesn't stream all that often, so I'll be okay. You'll be back. You'll be back. No, I'm just kidding. I'll see if I can get a hold of them. Yeah, that'd be a great way to intro. Be like, hey, that was really fun. We did that thing with Ginger. Now come on to Reforge Gaming. Colin's my white whale for a podcast guest. He does lots of podcasts. He doesn't seem to be he is not Hollywood snobbish at all. He seems to do podcasts that you would expect a large creator to just sort of avoid. You know what I mean? Creators get pretty big and they just don't have time for that. They're not always being ego. They're very busy. I would say RGT, but he changed since he started getting them checks. Who's RGT? What do you mean changed since he started getting them checks? What you talking about? This is the only community I hang out in. Well, thank you, Haseo. Appreciate that. Colin's awesome. He's super collaborative. Yeah, he does. He seems to be very, very collaborative. And I always appreciate, YouTubers like that. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I used to do that sort of thing on a regular basis, and we're getting back into it. We're kind of going back to our roots. Loved all the guests, Lono. Really cool. Erica was awesome. She was. I talked to Luke and Spawn quite a bit. Happy to connect to you. I would love that, Seeds. Yeah, just if you can group DM and say, hey, man, this is my pal Reforge. He's having people on. We're trying to do that more and more. Especially if somebody's got a unique perspective on something, if they've played something or had access to something, or RGT85. Oh, RGT. He always has the hat on in his thumbnails. Yeah, that guy. YouTube needs an automatic language translator for chat. I can't wait for them to implement something like that. Colin's been on Smash AT's show. I'm sure you can find an hour or two for Lono. Oh yeah, God bless him for that. That was something. I was like, okay, good on you, Colin. No way it's being shown today. Metro 2039. I don't think they're going to do a first look for a cinematic trailer. First look means we're going to see the dadgum game. That would be weird if not. You know, that would be weird. Hey, it's a first look and it's like a cinematic. I'd be like, huh? What are you talking about? Just somebody that would have been a fire guest once upon a time. Listen, for the most part, if I feel like we could put on a good show and have a good time, then I'll have them on. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't want to have that guy on. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be that way. Even people that I might have butted heads with in the past, it's like let's just make some freaking content. You know what I mean? You know, I said that during and after the ABK trial. I was like, we probably could have made some killer content. You know, instead of all the bickering, we could have made some great shows. The whole 1 minute and 47 second show. What? Is there? Yeah. The Xbox first look at Metro 2039. It's 1 minute and 47 seconds, Hilly. It's just a cinematic. If you guys are just now tuning in on YouTube, you can watch the Metro 2039 showcase right here on the channel. Hit subscribe so you can talk in my chat. Do me a favor and hit the like button as well. Hit that like button. That is a huge, huge help. SR. There we go. Sorry. Making more connections, boys. You and Tessie could make an interesting marathon show. You know what would be insane? Is that it would be a phenomenal show. It really, really would. It would be the return of, eyebrows and I didn't really have a nickname back then, but I was teasing him about his eyebrows. The man's got nice eyebrows. He does. I mean, that it's a rare thing. It's a rare thing for a man to have nice eyebrows. I don't think he would ever do a show with me, though. X is blowing up. A lot of leaks. The game's going to be one of the best. Oh, leaks about the Metro game? I came here for my Lono time. Talk to me, boy. Danny Owen Gamer. You son of a... No, I'm just kidding. You owe me money. Where you been? You owe me $12 for that cheeseburger. 20 more likes to hit 300. Let's do it. Jaster's calling you guys out. We actually only need 9 more likes. You must have to refresh or something. You'd always compliment him on the round table. Yeah, there was a time, there was a time where we were friends, It was a different time though. Atmosphere, story, and gameplay. Oh, for Metro? Okay. I have it on PC. I just want to check the PlayStation Store. No Neo. Henry, I don't know what you're talking about. I genuinely love Metro so much it's peak. Well, we just showed everybody moments ago that the Metro Saga bundle is $6 right now. If you guys like shooters and you like a little post-apocalyptic, you like a little radiation in your coffee in the morning, then you should be checking that out for $6. So, Mouse PI is available in less than an hour. Yeah, we will be playing that today as well. I would love to see you do a show with Jeff Grubb. I would like to do a show with Jeff Grubb. I like Jeff. He thought I was having a go at him a while back, and I was trying to have some levity when everybody was mad at him about that state of play that was supposed to happen in May. And I tried to add some levity to it, and he thought I was having a go at him. And I'm like, no, I'm one of the people that's been defending you and saying that even if it doesn't come out, it's not your fault. If it doesn't happen and plans change, that's not your fault. And he thought I was having a go at him. Unfortunately. Let's see here. Let's see. Greetings from Spain. Greetings to Spain. Group DMs done. You out here sending some group DMs? You the dadgum man. You the dadgum man. Hey, look at that. Oh, that's so kind. That is very, very kind, Seeds. We have never been on a show together. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, Seeds. It should be pretty fun. It should be fun. We will have ourselves a show. This guy says, you ever get yourself that review copy? Sadly, no. Still trying. There we go. Still trying. Still trying, Mr. Mikey. Mikey the biggest. Do y'all think Metro will be released this year? Let's see. April, first announcement. You know, if it doesn't come out in summer, no. Did you play Metro Awakening because I love it? I've never played a Metro game. I was asking chat. I was saying, hey, you know, you guys should sell me on Metro. What do you love about it? What do you like about it? This Metro, you know, bundle for $6. I kind of feel like maybe I should snag it and check it out, but my backlog is silly busted right now. Yeah. I'm gonna have a hard time beating games this week. You know what I mean? It'll be fun. We've had our moments. We move past it. Looking forward to it. Yeah, it'll be a good time. I don't even know what the topics are. It's just fun to. I don't know. I'm getting that itch, boys. I'm getting that itch to just be out here talking games. You know, it's been. I think this year is having an impact on me. It's something's going on. You know, I wasn't like not enjoying games or like making content. There's just something in the air. You can feel it. You must play the bundle. It's wonderful. Hang on, I need to read this accurately. You must play it. The bundle is wonderful, and every ending to every game was peak. Your choice of caps and random punctuation is amazing. Appreciate that. God in my country, you're the best. Come on, Lono is $6. Last Light's only like 6 hours long. Do you know what I never went back to that I intended to go back to and play the campaign? Was Battlefield 6. I literally bought that game and never played it. I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood for it. I have to be in the mood for a first-person shooter these days. I don't know. Knowing Ginger Marathon's probably a topic. How do you avoid it? Every week something happens, you know? Every week something happens. They introduce an update. Somebody says something. Some number comes out. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, shoot. I just made the stinking chat. I need to get that stupid combined chat app over here. Decent campaign in short. Come on, chat. We need 39 more members to be on pace, says Haseo. Haseo's asking for some members. I've got a surprise cooked up for you guys if you hit stretch as well. Madam and I will do something extra special. Ginger actually loves Marathon. Yeah, I don't think people realize Ginger likes Marathon. He plays it. Do you know what I'm saying? He plays it. Here's 5 minutes of gameplay for a game called Don't Lose Aggro, the MMO-inspired tanking game where your job is to take damage, defend your NPC party, draw aggro from enemies and bosses, and make sure and survive. Well, that seems like an interesting. Concept. Very interesting concept. What is this here? Day 2 was the movie. Day 3 starts now. What in the world is this? Oh, gosh. You keep asking people to sell you on the series, then you say you won't buy it for $6 because of your backlog. I don't think I was indicating I won't buy it for my backlog. I was saying I'd like to buy it, but I don't know. As in, like, I don't know if I'll ever get to it. And then I referenced Battlefield 6. I bought it and never played it. I don't think I'm saying, like, I'm unwilling to buy it for the $6. Like, you know what I'm saying? Lono, side note, will you consider a Madam Night with Kiln? Maybe. I wasn't trying to indicate that, like, I'm unwilling to spend the $6 because of my backlog. I'm saying, yeah, for $6, I'll probably snag it, but it might just sit there. The backlog I have right now is dumb. 310 likes. That's right. Chat's crushing on the like count. Thank you, boys. Save the World goes free to play today. Yeah. I can't believe it's still around. I can't believe it's still around. Fighting Cowboy's been playing a lot of that game. Which game? Can you tell me you love Metro? Why would I say that? I've never played it. Solono free kits. That's right. Still waiting for news on Felt That. Yeah, the puppet boxing game. Such a funky looking game. I feel like it might catch on. Let's see here. I bought Horizon Zero Dawn. I installed it and I never launched it. That was a year ago. Yeah, I mean, that happens. That's just a thing. When I said sell me on the game, homie, we're just trying to have conversations. Like, I wasn't literally telling people, convince me to buy the game. Like, it's your job. Like, we're just having conversations, man. You don't want to read too much into things like that. I went back and listened to the segment yesterday because I wanted to really hear how I had phrased it, where the guy said, you know, you said that the guy played for 100 hours and he didn't find it exciting in Marathon or whatever. I went back and listened to what I said, and I was like, that had to be like the most bad faith interpretation of what I have said. I don't think I've ever heard a more intentional bad faith interpretation. Like, I went back and listened to it, and it was clear that I was like, the new exciting thing. You can't get into the exciting thing. And he was like, yeah, you made it sound like everything else wasn't exciting. And I'm like, that is so egregiously not accurate at all. It was clearly not what I was saying. Back from my work call. Welcome back, Ginger. I saw Fable getting help from other Microsoft studios. Is that true? Is that good? Yeah, Matt Booty revealed that in an interview, that other studios are helping with Fable. Here's the thing. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I also don't think it's a sign of trouble. But I also just continue to feel like Fable's not coming this year. I just don't think that it is. That Dev Direct was just not very strong, and their lineup is already strong. And if you're gonna boot it all the way to December, you're gonna be competing with GTA Online. You know, they were really twisting your words. It was crazy. I've just developed a low tolerance for that, man. We're trying to have good vibes only. Even if we're debating, I want good vibes. I don't need this bad faith stuff. It's so tiring. It's like, man, oh man, dude. Let's just have good vibes, man. We can debate and argue and disagree, and the vibe can still be good. We don't got to get all persnickety. Well, you said this, though. It's like, oh my gosh. It's like you knew what I meant. You could tell what I was getting at. I feel like it'd be in their best interest to not drop this year. If it ain't ready, especially, don't force it. Don't force it. If that game was ready and they were in like the polishing phase, I'd say go for it. It's clear that's not the case. What they showed in the Dev Direct, I'm sorry, that it was... The more I go back and watch it and the more I look at that footage, I'm like, that is rough. That footage is rough, boys. That's not hate. I'm giving an honest assessment. It's like, it doesn't look very good. And I'm not the only one that has said this. I've seen pro Xbox guys say this. I think we're all in agreement that Fable didn't look that strong in that showing. 2027 should be the target that they go through the game with a fine-tooth comb for bugs and visual improvements. I feel like it'd be in their best interest, not drop this year. Fable probably needs more time. The Muppets would be an awesome guest to talk about that game. Oh, yeah, bring on a Muppet. Be like, all right, so Kermit, do you feel like that they are... Is this a form of cultural appropriation, Kermit? You know, he's like, hi-ho, Kermit Frog here. And you're like, all right, so level with me, Kermit. Mm-hmm. Like, I need to know. Yeah. I'm not going to do any more. But, like, there is some cultural appropriation here, Kermit. I'm glad people did not bet on the state of play. It was just mixed up with the Xbox thing. I think that's what happened. I think it was a combination of the Metro thing. It was a combination of the Metro thing as well as not the Metro thing, the Black Flag thing as well. I think it was Metro. I think it was Black Flag. I think every part of it had people thinking, man, there's got to be some kind of a state of play going on. Why is your Kermit legitimately good? I can do a handful of voices here and there. I like doing voices. My kids love when I read books to them for that reason, but I've never done anything with it. I just never been an opportunity to. Load on my backlog is horrible. I bought and I haven't even opened the games yet. Last of Us Remake, Borderlands 4, Spider-Man 2, God of War Ragnarok, other small games. You're playing The Witcher 3 now. Good night. You're not going to be playing a new game for the rest of your life. He's lost it, chat. That was on point, to be fair. Thank you. I grew up watching The Muppet Show. Hey, it's The Muppet Show. And they would have that. Da, 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 da. I would watch that with my parents, and we loved it. It was amazing. You could have funny little skits, and John Denver could show up and sing about Grandma's feather bed. I mean, come on, man. It's good. It was a good time. Please see my last. All right, hang on one second. Let's see. What do we got here? Lone Wolf. Blizzard helping them with cutscenes is pretty exciting. Blizzard cinematics are always great. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. The using other studios is not a concern or a worry. They've got really, really good folks there. They've got a lot of great talent. And, I would say, pigs in space. I would say that if they're going to start doing that, then you could see some really, really good things happening. Anything they do in Unreal, bring in the coalition. You know what I mean? Bring in the coalition. Let them have their seat at the table, as it were. This guy says, I just finished Act 3 of Returnal after finally beating it for the first time ever last week. And thank you, Sal, for sending 1,000 jewels. It's a goat trophy. Look at a goat trophy. That's phenomenal. I see you spoiled Saturday's surprise. Kermit. Yeah, Kermit's showing up. That was very generous, Sal. Thank you. Mikey says, after not playing it for 4 years, because every biome after 1 was just too hard, but I really wanted to play Sorrow, so I faced my fears, and after almost 100 deaths later, I did it. Congrats. My Returnal... hang on, I can't talk. What in the heck's going on? Returnal gameplay in 2025 live stream helped a lot of others do the same. We've had a lot of people do that. They've gone back and been able to enjoy that game, and it's because of my Returnal gameplay in 2025 stream. It's that sucker's got how many views now? I think it's closing in on 30,000? What is it? 25,000. Sorry, 25,000 views. My favorite thing about the stream isn't even the viewership. It's the fact that people are coming back all of the time, and they're like, bro, you got me back into Returnal. I beat it. I finally beat it. You know what I mean? Have you been able to dip your toes in Pragmata? No, it comes out tomorrow. Yeah, we'll stream it tomorrow. I played the demo, and I loved it. Now, I played the Replaced demo, and I also loved that. And then when the game came out, it was disappointing. I'm telling people to skip Replaced. I thought it was going to be the indie media darling, and boy, was I wrong. I'm going to send that victory spin jewel thing when Lonostradamus strikes again. The victory spin jewel thing. What Lonostradamus prediction have I made that you're going to do that for? Wow, there's a lot of people here. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. That helps me out. It helps more people find. If you're looking for the Metro 2039 showcase, I got a countdown right here. You can watch it with us. You don't got to go anywhere. Keep it here. We're just having a great conversation about gaming in 2026 and all the things that are going on. You're currently stuck on Biome 5. 3 or 4 hits and you're done. Listen, Damien, there's no shame in running. You got to run away sometimes in Biome 5. Make space. Just run away. Run the frick away. Some of them just need their aggro broken. You just need a breather. If you don't do that, too many will be aggroed at once and you'll just get melted. Absolutely melted. I heard they were fixing some issues with the game next week. Maybe too little, too late. What game are you talking about? Lono, get me back into Wukong. I can't get you back into Wukong. I have nothing to say about it. I never got very far in it. I beat the bear, and performance was so bad on console. I couldn't continue. Trying to do too much. Yeah. Okay. So Biome 5 doesn't have a boss, Damien. It doesn't have a boss. Biome 5 is the boss. Okay. So when you go in. When you go into those rooms, you just got to utilize the space. Run away. Run away. If you stand and you try to frickin' face tank, the thing that I typically do in that game is in Biome 5, use the pillars. You're going to have to break aggro with the guys. They're like big versions of the dogs from Biome 1. I think that's what they're supposed to be. I think they're supposed to be like they've grown larger because you're basically in that. What biome are you in Biome 5? You're in Biome 2, and it's all overgrown. But I break aggro with them because they do that purple beam, and you get behind a pillar to break that aggro, draw them to you, and then melee them. They fall down when you melee them. Reforge is reforging my opinions on games as usual. I'm staying to watch. Well, thank you. Lono, did Microsoft buy Steam? What? No. Huh? That would be the most unlikely but also earth-shattering news ever if Microsoft bought Steam. Number one, we would have already known there was whisperings of the deal going on. There's no way that's happening, brother. Valve would not do that. Gabe would not do that. It's awesome. Definitely pay him some mind and likes. I appreciate that. Talking about Returnal. No, if that happened, everyone would be talking about it. Yeah. Did they say what runtime is for this event? It does not have a runtime in the description. It says Xbox are thrilled. What? Microsoft, don't let AI write your descriptions. What the frick? Xbox is thrilled to partner. Xbox are thrilled to partner with 4A Games and Deep Silver to reveal the first look at Metro 2039, the next installment in the Metro franchise. That's all the description says. Yeah, that's it. And then this is like the thumbnail. Wait, hang on. There we go. This is like the thumbnail for it. It premieres in 2 hours and 9 minutes. A new patch is now live for replace on the Series S, fixing a critical memory-related hang that caused progression loss during the transition between Chapter 4 and 5. Okay. What do I think of Metro 2039? I'll tell you once I see it. We haven't seen it yet. Microsoft's not going to spend that kind of money anytime soon. Now, that's one that I think would probably get blocked by the regulators. I don't know if they would allow that one. Yo, what's good, Jackie, over there on Purple? Guys, check your primes, check your renewals, and check that like button. We're having a killer day, and we appreciate it so much. The update for Replace also addresses incomplete endgame cinematics and improves overall stability for the neon-soaked atmospheric platformer. Thrilled to watch your show. My man Mike on the mic. Good to see you, brother. Here's the thing about Replaced, though. And thank you, Chrono, for the raid. Guys, Chrono's probably going to raid us both on YouTube and Twitch. Make sure and check out Chrono over there. He streams in a variety of places, so make sure and give him a follow. What was I saying? Okay, Replaced, if they could fix the combat and the platforming to equal the vibes, atmosphere, lighting, graphics, and tone even the dadgum soundtrack, like it would be a game of the year contender, but the platforming and the combat, they're just so subpar. They really do drag that game down. I was immensely disappointed. Immensely. At that point is when we see people have Steam for another platform on PC. Yeah. Might have to reinstall all the Metro games and play them again before 2039 comes out. The bundle is $6 right now. So, Reforge is goated. Oh, thank you. The only thing I genuinely hate about Metro 2039 is my goat hunter is Tyrant Bum now. Homie, are you feeling okay? Like, I feel like we're getting symptoms of a stroke in chat. I don't know what you're trying to say. I haven't played it yet. I'm taking your word for it, Lono. If it's not great, I believe you. Y'all know me. When I'm super duper looking forward to a game, I'm like usually bummed and kind of heartbroken to be like, it's no good, y'all. Like, it bums me out. That was one of my most anticipated games. I was going to play it on my Xbox. I was so stoked. I thought it was literally going to distract me this week and take me away from Mouse PI and Pragmata. And it was just not. It was not good. Skipping school to watch this teaser today? You should not do that. Go to school. No, sir. You get your butt in class. You know what I'm saying? If I knew your parents, I'd be calling them right now and be like, yeah, you didn't go to the bus stop. Yep. All right. I would totally snitch, dude. I'm a dad now. Dads are just snitches. We'll snitch right away on you. What game are we talking about? We're talking about all kinds of different games, but the one that I was saying disappointed me is Replaced. Very, very one. I felt the Replaced combat was just a bit too slow for what it did. Do you know what the biggest problem with it is, Anthony? Is that it's not active. It's sort of reactive. It feels like it's constantly kind of reacting to what you're doing, and so you play very passive. You're waiting to parry, waiting to dodge. You don't have a lot of volition and agency. It just isn't very fun. Man snitching on himself, that's right. He's playing video games again. That's right. If he's skipping class, that's okay, but primary school, get back to class, you slacker. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're skipping a college class, that's fine. I mean, that's your own money. You know, sometimes you just got to go out into the quad and just chill, you know, and enjoy the sunshine. Skipping school for a trailer is wild. Now, skipping school for a game release, we would forgive. My friend growing up, his name was John. He actually learned Japanese and worked at Capcom. I don't know if he's still there. Like, he wanted to work in gaming so badly. He literally did that. Moved to Japan, learned Japanese, and got a job at Capcom. Like, I should reach out to him and be like, hey, dude, are you still over there? In any case, when we were freshmen in high school, the Nintendo 64 came out, and his parents, they kind of let him do whatever he wanted. He was one of those kids, but he was a good kid. Sometimes if, like, parents let you do whatever you want, you end up being a total just terrible person. And he was actually a really sweet kid, and we had a lot of fun. We played video games all of the time. He's the guy that I went to his house for prom and played Turok all night instead of going to prom because he went with the girl that I had a crush on. It was complicated. In any case, when the Nintendo 64 first came out, he got it and skipped 3 days of school, and that's all he did. That's all. That's all he did. He just played Mario. And when he finally came back to school and told me about it, I went to his house that day, and I was like, I must see this. We didn't have one yet. Our family usually had to wait. We didn't have tons of money. We had four kid family, one income. Times were tough back then. Gaming was expensive. I went to his house that afternoon, and was like, I'm playing. That guy won at life. He had an unusual game. It didn't make a lot of sense, I'll be honest with you. I'd never quite... He would laugh at that. I never quite understood the game that he had with the ladies. It didn't make any sense to me. Plus, Nintendo was the devil. Nintendo wasn't the devil back then, you know what I mean? The memories. I would schedule days off for game releases before I was a dad. Yeah, that was a different time, wasn't it? You'd request time off of work, so you could play a video game. Now you can't do that because you'll just be at home with the kids. I skipped about a week's worth of work in the last week for Crimson Desert. I also work for DHS, so F it. Not counting against me anyway. But I want to skip tomorrow for Pragmata. That's what I'm saying. Some dudes just have it. That's right. That's right. I was a late bloomer with having game, because I realized you just had to be funny and confident, because I was short, and when you were short, that was a huge disadvantage in high school. You know what I mean? The tall guys got all the ladies. But then I realized if you're confident and you can make them laugh, all of a sudden you're 6 feet tall. You know what I mean? It works. Try it. You short kings, I'm telling you, you can upgrade pretty quickly. You know? A little bit of confidence, a little bit of humor. Now, humor doesn't come naturally to everybody, but it makes a big difference, boys. If you can make a person laugh, you know, they'll spend a little bit more time listening to you and talking with you. It's a confidence, man. It's what you got to have, especially if you're short. Especially if you're short, boys. You got to make up for it somehow. So I got my wife. That's what I'm saying, dude. Tell all the short kings out there how it works. You know what I mean? I've been married 19 years. You know, use it. You have to be the court jester. No. I'm not talking about being a clown. No. Be funny. Mingle funniness with confidence. It goes a long way. Besides your place, what games are you extremely excited for that pulled you in just by and had the rug pull out from under you? It doesn't happen all that often. Yeah, it doesn't happen all that often. Usually, if I'm really looking forward to something, it ends up delivering. Hellblade 2 would be a game that I was extremely looking forward to, and it's the most disappointing game I've played this gen. Like, it broke my heart. It was devastated. It was even more frustrating because all these weird sycophantic, like, tribalistic fans acted like I didn't like it because they think I'm a pony. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, I played Hellblade 2 like as soon as I was able to on PC. I didn't care where it was. I wanted to play it. And I'd played Hellblade 1, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. It's like one of my all-time favorite games. It was one of my most anticipated games. Yeah, Starfield really was disappointing as well. I was really looking forward to Starfield. There are clips on this channel of me defending Starfield before it came out. I thought a lot of the comparisons to No Man's Sky weren't fair. You know? I was Lono height when I was 9 or 10 years old. Shut up, D. That's fine. You could grip a basketball and had a mustache at 11. That's fine. No one cares anymore. I missed my prom. I had already joined the army. Yeah, well, you know. You dodged one night of degeneracy for an entire life of it. I mean, I'm telling you, military boys are different. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come back and you're just different. You know what I mean? I remember hanging out with all of my vet friends, and it was always like, bro, you got to tone down that vocab. You know what I mean? You know? You're not in the mess hall, bro. You're in a McDonald's and people can hear you. Oh, brother. Y'all come back different. You just do, you know, and there ain't no shame in it. There ain't no shame in it. I told a vet yesterday to get help, and I meant it. He said he got low a lot, and I was like, dude, don't fight that. Don't fight those demons by yourself, bro. You had your boys in the trenches, and sometimes you need them now. You know what I mean? Don't fight demons by yourself. If you're not going to fight the enemy by yourself, why would you fight your demons by yourself? You know, vets need to hear that. But y'all come back a little different. Served 1 year at infantry unit and then moved, learned to be a chef. There you go. That's just normal in Scotland. Yeah, probably. You know. Sir, this is a Wendy's. We got a countdown right next to me, boys. The Metro 2039 showcase in a little under 2 hours. You can watch it here. All right. I can't believe they're shutting Rec Room down. That game was so peak. I don't know what you're talking about. What is that? Bethesda says, today we're pushing a live hotfix for Starfield on the PS5 that resolves, on the Pro that resolves the crashing when using enhanced settings. The team is preparing additional hotfixes for the other PlayStation 5 crashes and freezes targeting next week. Dear Lord, what did they do to that game? What does that mean we come back different? You going to try and claim that you don't? Are you going to try and claim that you don't? Well, you just come back exactly the same as when you left? Rec Room was a VR chatting game. Super weird. Oh, what were you? Were you in there being dirty? I bet you were. You were in there being dirty, weren't you? And you're disappointed. You can't go in there and be nasty anymore. I'm super hyped for Metro. Let's go. Let's go. Everybody get excited. We got to be super excited for the next 2 hours. So hit the like button. Do it. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I love Starfield. My frustration with it on PlayStation isn't the game. I mean, I already know what I think of the game. It's the fact that they brought it over to PlayStation with a bunch of problems. What the frick are they doing? Yet all this time. Seriously, what are you doing? They don't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? Veterans are molded by the dark. The vocab I developed at 18 continues to this day. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. We come back seasoned. Yeah, You come back seasoned. A little spicy, sometimes a little too spicy. Seasoned with the cayenne, dude. I don't know. You guys come... Oh, my gosh. They're sweating. BGS doing hotfix in 2 weeks. Crazy fast for their standards. Well, because they have a huge audience on PlayStation, and it didn't sell that well, and the people that bought it are ticked. It's just ridiculous. I think they're messing up the PlayStation ports to justify going back to exclusives. Oh, yeah, that's the strategy. That's the 900 IQ play. Bring Starfield over to PlayStation 3 years later and have it run poorly, and then they'll go back. They'll go back to doing exclusives. I tell you, you nailed it. I know you're kidding around. You nailed it. You absolutely hit a bullseye. That's what they're doing. It's probably cruise mode messing with something. Who knows? No, it was the frame rate. It was the frame rate. You did the enhanced mode or something with uncapped frame rate. It was causing some kind of a crash. It's that dadgum engine, I'm telling you. It's that freaking creative engine, man. You got to put that sucker out to sea. It's time. It's time. It is time. Come on. What are we doing? I don't even know what to say anymore about it. You gotta move on. Cayenne's not spicy. You just white, bro. I'm well aware of my whiteness. Maybe I would have said sriracha, but sriracha's not a seasoning; it's a sauce. So I went with cayenne. What was I gonna say? What's the one pepper called? Like the demon pepper, the hell pepper, or whatever the heck it's called. You know what I mean? I haven't had the frequent crashes, but I have a lot of bugs like reloading my save because the game will stutter for 5 seconds every 5 minutes. Dear Lord. 2020. Welcome to 2026, where Bethesda still can't ship a dadgum game without it being all busted. I'm sorry. That's just embarrassing. What an embarrassment to take such a high-flying, most talked about game, and you finally bring it over to PlayStation, and they're like, yeah, we still really aren't good at this thing. Okay, thanks. Oh, you can get sriracha seasoning? Talk to me about this. My wife loves sriracha, but sriracha sauce, she got the big bottle, and it loses its spiciness. By the time you get to the bottom of it, it's not as spicy as when you first bought it. Oh, ghost pepper, that's it. Yeah, the Carolina Reaper. That's right. People literally die eating those things, don't they? I mean, I feel like they die, or they wish they did. I have 2 quest lines bugged. I can't hail the Astray for the Crimson Fleet. Problem from 2023. I don't even know anymore. Bethesda. Listen, I just think it's at the point of being embarrassing. That's all. It's embarrassing. There is no excuse for it anymore. You didn't have any pressing reason to release it. You know, you took all this time, you finally bring it to PlayStation, and it's a dadgum disaster. You take your frickin' game and go home, Bethesda. I'm tired of it. I'm kind of over them as a developer. I'm just over them. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't have any confidence in Elder Scrolls at all. I don't have confidence in them as a developer. They're bad at their job. I don't know. I don't know why they don't deserve kid glove treatment anymore. You've been around for too long. And you've been in the industry for too long. There's no excuse. You're bad at your dadgum job. You know what I mean? People should not be paying that money for that game at this point and having those kind of problems. It's a dadgum embarrassment. It just is. People will still play the games. I don't know about that. It didn't look like it sold that well. I'm telling you, they've lost the public's confidence. The people don't tolerate that crap anymore. It's not charming. It isn't. No one's like, oh, yeah, the charming Bugthesda. No, people are like, frick you, bro. I've got 8 games I'm waiting to play, and I made time for yours, and it doesn't run. You can frick off. It's annoying. It's absolutely annoying. You are a veteran AAA enormous studio, and this is what you're doing in 2026? It's dadgum embarrassing. It's just, there's not another word for it. There's no excuse. There isn't. That's why it deserves to not sell well. This is about Starfield? Yes. I don't know if I trust those sales. They were too pre-ordered. You talk about falling off. They fell off. They are not the Bethesda that wowed the world with Oblivion and Skyrim anymore. They're not. They're a dadgum embarrassment, and they need to figure it out. You either switch engines or get your dadgum act together. If you ship Elder Scrolls anywhere close to what Starfield was, man, pack it up and go home. It's over. Nobody will tolerate that. They're not tolerating it now. It's why Starfield has a bad score virtually everywhere except for PlayStation, where it has like a 4 out of 5 that continues to drop, deservedly so. You can't really... There's absolutely no excuse for it. If they'd release Elder Scrolls in remotely the same shape as Starfield, dude, just pack it up and go home. Y'all are washed. Just get out of the industry at that point. You're wasting everybody's time. You are. You're wasting everybody's time at that point. You take your Bush League, not polished games that are not worthy of purchase and just pack it up and go home. You impacted the industry. Great. You're not doing it anymore. It's extremely disappointing. Lots of potential. Ark lost 60 to 70,000 players. None of them came over to Marathon. Very telling. Yeah, Ark's going to have to figure something out. Yeah, they're in the decline stage. Every live service goes through it. They put up a good fight, but they're going to have to figure something out. I would argue their games are still the most games, and their 10-year-old games are some of the most played. Who cares about their 10-year-old games if you can't launch something now at quality? I don't care if your old games are still played. Who the heck cares about that? That doesn't mean anything to me. Oh, their old games are still the most played. Who cares? They just shipped Starfield to PlayStation in an embarrassing state. That you still think their games are the most played? Starfield isn't. Starfield's not the most played. It has terrible numbers. It doesn't have a single redeeming stat anywhere. Its scores are terrible. Its engagement numbers are awful. Its DLC flopped flat on its face. And they just shipped Starfield to PlayStation in an embarrassingly bad state. There is no defense of Bethesda at this point. They've become an embarrassment. They're a blemish. I can't imagine being another Xbox studio. Thanks so much for making us look bad, bro. What are y'all doing over there? There's not a single excuse for how that game shipped on PlayStation. It's a joke. And what they did to Fallout last year, they have become a joke. More people should be saying this. I don't know why people play nice with them. They have become a literal joke in the industry. You have so much institutional knowledge and so many people at the company and so much money, and the stuff they do is a joke. It's embarrassing. They break their own games and ship them broken. We should not at all be like hand-waving that. People should be taking a bat to them. Metaphorically speaking, obviously. What are you saying, True SSJ? Elder Scrolls is going to come out bad. It'll be the biggest flop in the industry's history. I don't know about biggest flop. I don't know about that. Why are we surprised at Starfield being bad on PlayStation? Because the game's been out for 3 years. What do you mean? How do you port a 3-year-old game to PlayStation badly? Listen, I was just as critical when PlayStation did this with The Last of Us and Spider-Man 2. Those were obviously rushed. But I was still critical. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to your property? Starfield's been out for 3 years. What the frick are they doing? It's their game. It's their game. It's not like they even ported somebody else's game and had razor blades in the porting process. You have a huge fan base of Bethesda fans on PlayStation, and you brought a game over 3 years later, and it's in a joke. It's a bad joke at this point. I just don't play Bethesda games much at all. I have zero hope for Elder Scrolls 6. What's this thing here? We got leaks coming out of the Assassin's Creed thing. First look at resynced Edward Kenway, Assassin's Creed Black Flag resync, thanks to Pedro. Some guy named Pedro leaked it. I'm not going to show this on stream. It's just artwork, but it looks freaking good. It leaked on their Ubisoft Premium, it looks like, maybe. I don't like showing stuff like that. It's a good way to get a copyright claim if Ubisoft decides to be mean. Solemn, I'm sorry, I'm missing what you're saying over here on Twitch. He says, I already have little to no faith in them for Elder Scrolls 6 because if it's as bad as the PlayStation 5 Starfield launch, they're completely unworthy of being recognized by name positively anymore. Indie dev teams of 5 people can produce more stable games. We should be surprised about it being that bad on PlayStation when it's worse in the current state of the game that's been out for years. Yeah, it's inexcusable. It is inexcusable. I've not made content about it, and I've not made videos. Do you want to know why? Because no one gives a frick. That's why. No one cares about Starfield anymore. That's a relevancy thing for me. I'm like, I'm not going to waste my breath on this. No one cares. You're so irrelevant now. And then you have the nerve to come out after all this time and to be crashing and having not just one crash, but multiple types of crashes and bugs. You know what I mean? And I know Doc Dark was blaming PlayStation for that and blaming the hardware. I know he was memeing, but there's plenty of people that are probably doing that. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. A $5 super chat from True SSJ Havoc says, I'm mostly saying it'll be the biggest dropped ball in history. One of the most anticipated games waited for 15 years. Right. I see what you're saying. It'll be like a drop. A fumbled ball of epic proportions. I get it. And it's their dadgum engine. Have you seen what Crimson Desert's been able to do with their engine? They're able to release new patches so quickly. It's crazy. They got those people living at the studio, though. We're probably going to get a pretty nasty internal, report about that studio, man. Lono, here's why you shouldn't be surprised. Fallout 4 released, it had an FPS bug. They released Fallout 4, and it still had the same bug 7 years later. Oh, they re-released it. Doc Dark is a trigger. He likes to trigger people. I know. He's a troll. He likes to troll. But there are people that probably are being serious about that. They're like, oh, yeah, it's PlayStation's fault. It's like, yeah, right. There's an army of first, second, and third-party games that have come out just fine. I'm just saying, for all the bad talk about them, people still play their games in large numbers. More people are playing Starfield on Steam than the game of the year last year. Okay. Doc Dark has a nice washer-dryer setup. He does. He does indeed. Fallout 76 has the same bug. The whole studio is a joke. It's over, but they're pretending it's not. They refuse to move on from that crappy engine. True SSJ says, I'm a Bethesda fanboy. I have 300 plus hours in Starfield. It's boring, shallow, and it sucks. Spoken like a true fan of Starfield. Zubair says, I talk crap about Burger King, but I still eat it. That's neither here nor there. I'm going to tell you right now, when the sales reports come out for Starfield on PlayStation, I think they're going to be bad. I don't think it did well over there at all. How many reviews does it even have over there? Bruh. It only has 5,000 reviews. When did it release? What was it? What was Starfield PS5 release date? What was the release date? April the 7th. It's been out for a week. It has 5,000 reviews. I'm telling you, it did not sell well over there at all. If it would have taken off and it had been super commercially successful, I'm here to tell you, there'd be way more reviews of it. Way more. One report had it at like 150,000 units sold. Yeah, I think too much time passed. I think too much time passed. It's unfortunate because there's a lot of Bethesda fans on PlayStation, and it sounds like it just kind of went over there and didn't do much. And it's hard to get momentum on the platform. Also, if there are reports of crashes and bugs. Hades 2, it's so fun. I keep getting to the sirens, and I get them so close to death, and I get nicked. The circle attacks on the ground, I'm having a hard time figuring out the pacing. I feel like I dash and run, and I still get snagged by them. It didn't even crack PlayStation's top 40 games of the week. Yeah, and there wasn't much coming out that week, was there? April the 7th? Too much time, too much of the people talked about how crap it was in between. No one wants it now. Solemn says, on Steam, you can mod the game to your heart's content and make the game's content and performance what you want it to be. That's a little different. On console, people have only what Bethesda gave them. Yeah, I saw that, Fuzzy. PlayStation 6 will have backwards compatibility with the PS4 and the PS5 games. It's being claimed. That doesn't, I mean, I get everybody's got to run with a news story. I don't think that's surprising. Mouse PI for Hire is out now, boys. If you want to play it, we'll be playing it later today after the Metro 2029 showcase. We'll be playing it this afternoon. There does not seem to be a state of play today. You're probably distracted by the awesome song. Let me tell you something. Smoke. I can hear that song right now. It gets stuck in your head. It's like Hades 2 is such a good game. You can unlock extreme modes of each boss to have different harder fights. It's just so well balanced with great progress built in. I still think it's a little visually cluttered at times. I'm still not seeing some telegraphs. I don't know. Sworn is obviously a much more approachable Hades clone. Madam and I are crushing that game every night, and we're now to the point where we're able to do like the boss, like the third boss. But yeah, I feel like there are some there's just attack telegraphs that I just don't see. It's very visually cluttered at times. I had that song stuck in my head for literal weeks. Yeah. Mouse PI is so well made. I played through the opening last night. I didn't think that would make for a great opening of the stream because it's a little bit halting. You're stopping, reading a sign, stopping, reading a sign. So I did play through the opening. That's an age issue. You need younger eyes. I mean, maybe I've just got my old man eyeballs and I'm like having a hard time seeing some of the attack telegraphs. I'll tell you why they're hard to see. When she's doing all of her attacks, I can't see what the enemies are doing sometimes. Like she's like, and I'm like, I can't see what's going on. So you kind of have to like go in, get your hits, and get out sometimes, especially if they have like the yellow shield so you can't stun them. You didn't feel that at all? Even initially, Zubair, you didn't feel like sometimes it was hard to see the telegraphs? Not the boss telegraphs. Maybe I'm not being clear. In like the run-of-the-mill rooms where there's a bunch of guys in a cluster that all have the yellow health bar, so you're not stunning them yet. I feel like in those fights sometimes I have to go in, get a couple hits, and just dodge because I can't see. It's so cluttered. I can't see if one of them are doing an attack telegraph yet. Because sometimes only one in the group will do it, and then the next will do it, and you can get caught in a bad cycle. So you want to get away because you'll dodge one, and then another one's coming like right behind it. I don't know. It just gets a little visually cluttered sometimes. Maybe it's just my old man eyes. I'm not complaining. I'm having a good time. I feel like I'm very proficient in the game. I'm more proficient in the game than I was originally, and I think it's because I played so much Sworn. Like my first time, because your first time playing, you die really easy to the first boss. I feel like she hits you once and you die. After that, the very next time I got all the way to the Sirens. Like I was kind of cooking, and I was like, oh, I usually don't do that well in these games. I put a lot of time into Hades 1. It may have left a residue that let me understand it easier. Yeah. Especially if you get all the small fish. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's one of the instances. All those little teeny fish, and then there'll be a guy with a yellow health bar in the mix. I can't freaking see. I'm like, I don't know if anybody's attack telegraphing. I go crazy sometimes and don't take any damage, and I'm like, yo, I whooped. And then I go crazy again, and I come out, and I'm like, hey, I got hit a bunch. What happened? It's just difficult to see sometimes. It gets very visually cluttered. We're very close to Saros. This is true. We are very, very close to Saros. Hang on, I gotta mute the ring. The fan will start doing stuff, and my phone will be just buzzing every 2 seconds. Mouse PI for Hire is now available on Steam, boys. Jump in. Thank you for all the new subscribers today. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to hit 59,000 subscribers today. We're on our way to 60,000 subscribers. I greatly appreciate that. That's awesome to see. You know, something that you guys can help us with, there's a lot of you here. If you're listening every day of the week or a lot of days of the week, some of the days of the week, we are still trying to get to 600 paying members, and we're at like 530, 540. That's kind of where it sticks, and it gets stuck there. You can help us unstick that count. Hit join, and for $5 a month, you can support the channel directly. You can also get into our members-only Discord. That's your access to behind the scenes, contact with me. Sometimes we put codes in there and giveaways and stuff as well. So plenty of reasons to hop in. Battlefield 6 developers, an in-depth preview of what's coming to RedSec later this year. That shirt's tough. Thank you. There's more. They're still doing stuff with RedSec. Why did I feel like they shut RedSec down? I thought they shut RedSec down. I guess they didn't. How come Xbox is doing a Metro reveal? Apparently they partnered with Metro. It's going to be a Play Anywhere game, so... Sucker Punch has said that a new pin is coming to Ghost Rewards for players who have acquired the Kaibiyaku Gold Trophy in Ghost of Yotei Legends. A small pin will be available for purchase. Cool. They sent me another Ghost of Tsushima shirt, and it was also embroidered terribly again with a big giant piece of paper in the shirt. I don't know why they thought that was better. It was exactly like the first one they sent me. I was very disappointed in the quality of that. I don't know who they had making those shirts, but it's bad. I love Hades 1. Somehow I can't get past the snake boss, but I'm loving it. They should shut down. I don't play Battlefield for BR. Why do I feel like I swore they did that? I swore they shut it down. I don't know why that's in my memory. I thought they shut RedSec down. I thought it was doing so poorly. I don't know. It's like a false memory, maybe. Excuse me. Use the spear. It's the best weapon in Hades 1. I tell you what weapon I didn't like in Hades 2 was the one... It's like two like green wands or something, and she casts like a spell. I could not figure out that flow at all. I tried it once, and I got demolished almost immediately. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I unlocked the axe last night, and instantly was like, ooh, I think I'm going to like this one. I think it's going to be similar to the guy that I use in Sworn with the hammer. I think it's going to feel similar to that, you know, being able to close space and do heavy hits and stuff. I liked the axe. And the other one I like is the really fast blades. It's like the sickle and something. You mean the torch? Are they torches? Yeah, they're torches. I didn't like them at all. They felt weird. There was something, I don't know. I couldn't get into a flow state. I immediately was like, what the heck? Yo, Kansas, thank you so much for the VIP plus. Let me add it to the total. Torches are a whole thing to figure out. If they get the right boons, they can be absurd, but there's a learning curve. Yeah, they didn't feel good to me. I liked the axe a lot last night when I tried it. More for the backlog, says Hilly. Also, now I can say I was a fan of Metro 2039 before it goes to win Game of the Year. That's right. Duke, thank you for 34 months over there on Purple. We're at 363. Guys, thanks so much. They're torches. You'll notice that they're what the headmistress fights with. Oh, they are. You're right. Huh. I didn't pick up on that. The gloves and the shield were great in Hades 1. The skull is broken in Hades 2. Okay, the skull is broken. I'm gonna run with the axe the next time I play. I think I'm gonna get the sirens with the axe. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna get them. I'm feeling good about it. I couldn't try it on my portal last night. PSN was having kind of a I don't know, something was wrong, and then it was fixed. Madam and I couldn't play Sworn for about 40 minutes or so. Something was going on with the online. I've changed a lot as a gamer. I may try and pick up and get into the Metro series now as well if I can find enough time with baby duty. I think something happens when your life switches over into having like a responsibility. It doesn't have to be kids. I'm not going to limit this to kids because I know there's people who either can't have kids or would like to. So I don't want to make it about that. But I do think that when your schedule is suddenly interfered with to that degree, child, job, something, relationship, I don't know. I feel like it has an impact on the types of games that you want to play because I feel like if a game that I can't get traction in, like a Dragon's Dogma 2 or a No Man's Sky or something, if it's too gargantuan, I feel discouragement almost immediately. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to enjoy this. Does that make sense? It's like I'm not going to be able to make enough progress, so I'm going to feel very, very, futile. I don't know. You earn, yeah. Oh, when you have less time, you feel less drawn incentive to games that require more time and commitment from you. Yes. It's like you're trying to extract something from me I can't give you, and so the relationship's off kilter from jump. I played way more games after we had kids. I was never home until then. Oh, see, I was always a homebody. You were out and about. Yeah. I was not that guy. I was not out and about. That was when I got into trouble. Yo, Bobby Drake 3000, thanks for using your Prime. 11 months of Prime over there on Purple. Boys, make sure and check your Primes. It's a new month, new Primes. We're trying to get to 1,000 sub points over there on Twitch, and we have 800. So we got a couple of goals that we're working on that you guys can help us with your support. So thank you so much for doing that. And this stream on YouTube is absolutely cooking. Everybody's finding us in the search results, so thank you for finding us today. This is a waiting room for the Xbox Metro 2039 showcase, so keep it here. You can watch it here, and do me a favor and hit the like button while you spend some time with us this morning, or afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the world. So, thank you. I agree. With a 13 and a 9-year-old and a full-time job, it's hard to commit to a game while that large. Huh? Oh, when there's so many life responsibilities. Oh, a game that is that large. Right. We got a hype train that just started on Purple. Here we go. Unwound Automaton with 9 months and a Prime says button pressed. Thank you. And then a single from Broken Earth. Broken Earth was trying to set up the 10-bomb dunker. To 3 375, where I'll owe you guys another member. I don't think it's a discount train, though. It's not a treasure train, is it? No, it's just a normal hype train. Okay. Yo, what's good, James176? How are you? Hope everyone's doing okay. What's good, TY? How are you? Let's see. Saros is really the hype right now, though. I don't know much about what type of game it is. Saros is a third-person bullet hell rogue. It's like Returnal. If you want to check out my Returnal video, use the Returnal command in chat. I walk people through basically how to get into Returnal. A lot of people have gone back to the game and been able to beat it. Kansas Cowboy uses their Prime on purple and rolls the hype train over. Guys, if you're paying for Amazon Prime right now, do me a favor. Head over to Twitch and use that. Use that Prime sub. It supports me. It helps us with the sub goal, and it'll help with that hype train. And Solemn's going to gift a member to a member of the community over there and gets us to 368. Thank you so much. A little bit of a member train going right now. We missed the goal last week. So if you guys get us to 500 this week, Madam and I will do a stream on Saturday night. She has to react to gaming news. If you guys get to the stretch goal of 750, I've got a surprise that we'll cook up for you guys. It'll be a special segment with Madam. So these pictures are making the rounds. I still don't want to show it because it could get copyright claimed. Lono, do you think Saros will have an in-your-head kind of storytelling like Returnal, or do you think it's all happening in real time? It seems to me that it's going to be a real-time story. And Behemoth uses just a normal sub. That's not a prime. Let's keep up the good work. Behemoth gets us to 369. Thank you so much, Mr. Behemoth, adding to the total and getting us to 369. Guys, these are great days to go a little crazy. There's a lot of new folks hanging out, especially on YouTube. We can show them the kind of community that we run here and welcome them into our Discord. What's the best game you've ever played in your life? That's a really hard question to answer. I usually go generationally, but I would say currently, my all-time favorite game that I can go back to anytime and I just adore it and I think it's tight and fun and amazing is Returnal. I think Returnal is one of the best games I've ever played. I have over 200 hours in it. It's my only platinum. I think it's a phenomenal game. If you go generationally, the original Zelda on Nintendo 1, Behemoth gifts some members as well, and he does a 5-bomb over there on Twitch, and he gets us one away from 375. You better steal that one quick, Twitch. Siriu renews for 12 months over there, uses their Prime, and secures the 375. I think I owe 3 members of Twitch. I'm just going to do a 5-bomb now and try to add to the hype train and see if I can't help. We'll see if I can't upgrade over there. And a single comes in from Sam Runkle. Little too slow, Mr. Runkle, but you're an agent of chaos, and we appreciate you doing that. There it is. I rolled the hype train over. Paul gifts some members over there on Team Purple and gets us a 5-bomb to 381. We are a 20-bomb away from the next milestone of 400. Let's see it, boys. Have we had a 20-bomb this week? We did. We had a 20-bomb today from Detective Seeds, was it not? I think Detective Seeds might have been the first 20-bomb. We had Crispy Bogod yesterday with a 50-bomb. So Seeds gets the first 20 of the week, I believe, and then Crispy Bogod did the first 50 of the week. A lot of generosity going around. Waiting rooms are kind of our thing. Lono, did you get the platinum for Returnal? Yes, I did. You might have missed me. I just said that. Yes, it's the only game I have. It's the only game I have a platinum for. Yes. I was getting close to 200 hours, and I was getting every single weapon maxed out, all of the perks leveled up, and the platinum was super close at hand. So I decided to do it. I decided to go for it. And a 5-bomb comes in from Kansas Cowboy Jr. on YouTube and gets us to 386. Thank you so much. We have a bit of a member train going right now. Keep it going, boys. Don't let it die. The hype train on purple. The view count's going up because of the hype train. We have 3.5 minutes left over there. Keep it going. Yo, it's good feed. And a single comes in from SDO on Team YouTube and keeps the membership train going. It's 50 to 31. Level 6, not too shabby, says Solemn. I think the only PlayStation Platinums I have are Spider-Man 2, Astrobot, and Destiny 2. I'd like to eventually go for the Ghost of Tsushima Platinum if I ever get the time. Returnal Tower expansion as well. Yeah, I got all the achievements in the Returnal Tower expansion. So every single one of my weapons is at a 100%. I got every trophy in Tower of Sisyphus, and I got the platinum in the main game. Yes. Yes. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight Batman Dev Diary. The Batcave starts out fairly plain and empty. So Shinobi's got some info here from a YouTube video about Batman. The Batcave starts out fairly plain and empty. And wait, another one came in? SDO does another single and gets us to 388. If somebody's going to pull the trigger on a 10-bomb dunker to 400, I think SDO might be setting that up. So get ready on your finger. Get your trigger finger ready, especially YouTube, because YouTube, you guys have stream delay. You build collection of bat suits and garage for Batmobiles. You upgrade skills and gadgets at a workbench. Exhibit trophies from your adventures. Customize and build out the Batcave with your choice of equipment. Costumes from every Batman era. 0 year, 1989, bronze. This game's going to be freaking awesome. This is going to win Family Game of the Year right now. No contest. A variety of Batmobiles, recreational activity like pinball, jacuzzi. Yeah, this is your Family Game of the Year. It's going to take that. It's going to take that trophy handedly. It's just going to win. It is. A Batman game just looks so good. Star Wars, the Skywalker saga, it walked so that the Batman game could run. Joker Quinn's going to bump the line by 1. We're sitting at 389. It's hanging there in the balance. The best thing to do today, boys, would be to lock in Saturday, get the 500, and then you can work on stretch tomorrow. Renewals count, upgrades count, gifteds count, primes count. They all count. If you can't do a membership, hit the like button. We're getting close to 500 likes on YouTube. Yo, and there it is. We are exactly 10 away. Thank you, Kansas Cowboy Jr., for a single gift, and we're at 390. And we are an hour and 20 away from the Metro 2039 showcase. Lego games do nothing for me. I just don't get it. Well, this one might pull you in, Broken, because it basically is an Arkham game in Lego. It's an Arkham game if you've looked at it. I mean, it's not going to be quite as expansive probably with the combat, but it's pretty dadgum close. I love it when games keep New Game Plus trophies out of the Platinum. I can't stand difficult ones like complete on normal, hard, or punishing modes. Yeah, I don't think Tower of Sisyphus affected the Platinum, did it? I don't think it affected the Platinum on Returnal. I don't know if it did or not. Hype train has come to an end. Level 6, boys. Nicely done over there on Twitch. A level 6. Thank you so much for everybody that contributed to that. Reforge Roast. Make sure y'all re-up if you need coffee. Oh, that's right. Yeah. We, hang on one second. There we go. Is Mouse PI on Game Pass? I don't think so, is it? Xbox tweeted about it a little bit ago. Very good coffee, I must say, the Reforge Roast. Thank you, James. Saros Platinum. I am not going to set my sights on Platinums right now. There's too many games coming out. I don't think Xbox locked that into a Game Pass. Step into Mouse PI higher today. No, yeah, their trailer on the Xbox Twitter account just says out now for Xbox X and S. I don't think it's a Game Pass game. Got my order yesterday. My daughter loved the thank you card. Yes, my wife and kiddos shipped those out. Yeah, hang on. There you go. Yeah, my wife and kiddos ship the coffee to you, so you'll get little thank you notes like my kids draw pictures and stuff. My son is probably drawing fugglers if Yeah, if you got one from him. It shouldn't be on Game Pass. Support the game. I mean, here's the thing though. If it got on Game Pass, good for them. A small studio getting a check from Microsoft is a win for them. But yes, support the game, buy the game, 100%. I see a lot of people on social media and YouTube spinning a narrative saying due to Starfield's lackluster sales on PS5 that Xbox is going to go back to exclusivity. I say Starfield failed because it sucks. Well, here's the thing. Microsoft likes money, and Forza did so well, and I think Gears of War E-Day will also do pretty well. Forza 6 will also do very well. I think Sea of Thieves, Indiana Jones, most of the games they brought to PlayStation have done very well. I don't think one game doing poorly is going to make Microsoft pull the e-brake on multi-platform. So, yeah. People are so good with lying, I'm just impressed at this point. What are you there? That's clever. Narratives, that's narrative work, I'm impressed. Yeah. I just don't see it. Starfield's the third best-selling game on PlayStation this month in Europe. Is that a failure? I don't know how well it charted in general, though. Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync spotted on the Ubisoft launcher. Set sail for the Caribbean. Replay the classic swashbuckling adventure day one with Ubisoft Premium. Official reveal and pre-orders are rumored to be coming soon. So I think I can show this to you guys now. Okami tweeted this. This got leaked through the Ubisoft launcher. So there it is. There's some of the first official key art for Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync. Like the worst secret, the most open, like the worst kept secret in the dadgum industry. Oh my gosh, just announce it at this point, boys. Like, why keep everybody in suspense? It's not even suspense. This game was done after the last one because of complications with the guy who made it with Ukraine war stuff. I could be entirely wrong. Happy either way. Oh, about Metro? I don't actually know. Just announced the game already. Sweet. Whoa, nice. I'm so tired of it. I'm in. I love Black Flag. Sign me the frick up. Trailer today, I think. I hope so. It'll give us something to talk about tomorrow. Wow. We got a big viewership spike there. Hopefully YouTube's not acting up. Maybe it's because you guys are going crazy because I showed the Black Flag thing. Hit the like button. Get us to 500 likes real quick right now. You guys tuning in if you're looking for the Metro 2039 showcase. I've got a countdown right here. You can watch it with us. Excuse me. You can watch it with us. And I actually should schedule. Let me schedule the new stream. We are going to go to a new stream when it's time to watch it. Yeah, I think that was Stalker. Wasn't that Stalker that had the issue? The sriracha seasoning for later. Yes. 10 bomb from Broken Earth. It sat there for a minute. And I owe YouTube a member. Thank you so much, Mr. Broken Earth. I'm going to add one to the total. Guys, every 25 I gift one back. We are officially 100 away from the goal. We missed the goal last week. We look like we're well on pace to hit it this week. And I've got a special surprise for you if you guys hit the stretch goal. If you hit the 750, I'll do a bunch of extra stuff. I'll do some work here in the office and get us set up and good to go. Let me do this. Okay, I need to get the new stream scheduled. Where is it? There it is. And save image. There we go. Okay. Let me schedule this. I'm going to schedule this for 12:30. We'll go over, we always go over like 30 minutes beforehand. And we kind of get ready for everything. Okay. All right. Metro. Is Metro 2039? Is it can we pick that yet? No, we'll just do Metro Exodus. There's no Metro 2039 directory just yet. on YouTube. All right. And we will use the redirect feature. I'll redirect you guys to this whenever it's time. All right, 12:30. Done like dinner. Hang on, let me go back in here into my my stream holding. There we go. Perfect. Scheduled. I think there's a Stalker crossover with some of the devs in this game? Huh. Oh, crossover with the devs, not like a game crossover. I understand. I bet Metro 2039 will be Game Pass day one. They've not said that. In the one thing I think they had, the one trailer they had, it said Play Anywhere. It's an Xbox Play Anywhere game. I don't know if it's going to be a Game Pass game. I'm not saying that it's not. They just haven't said that just yet. So maybe they'll say that today. Seems like there is a new push that could be a shift in strategy where you see more emphasis placed on the oh, nice. They're going to place more emphasis on Play Anywhere. I think it's going to be cheaper and more collaborative to get studios to do Play Anywhere. Going on to Game Pass, I just think is a far more significant ask, and it probably costs more money to put a game on Game Pass, like when you approach a third-party developer. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bit of a shift where more and more events like this happen. It's a showcase, it's a first look, and it's a Play Anywhere game, and then it doesn't hit Game Pass. Now, I could be wrong. I'm just making a prediction. I'm not doing a doomsday thing like, yeah, Game Pass is going to get ruined. I just think that you're going to see a shift in how Xbox approaches it. That's just a guess that I have. So I'm surprised Sony hasn't started marketing Wolverine yet, or the pre-orders aren't even up yet. They didn't do a special 30 to 40 second state of 34 minute just for Wolverine. I think they're going to do that, Christopher Burnett, but they don't want to step on Saros. Saros is out in like 14 days. Does that make sense? I don't think they want to step on that. Yeah, Lana Del Rey is doing the First Light official lyric video for the 007 game. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think the Wolverine marketing will kick off until next month. I think they'll probably do a significant part of their State of Play. PlayStation likes to do a State of Play at the end of May, early June to kick off Summer Game Fest. So, right now, there's just no reason to do or say anything. We'll see Wolverine marketing right after Saros comes out. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Wolverine gets the Spider-Man 2 treatment. Man, you're so right about Replaced. I'm going to push through and finish it, but it's like 50% walking, 30% bad platforming, and 20% flat combat. It could have been so much more. Extremely disappointing. Yes, T-Tube. I totally got tricked by the demo. The demo was short and really enjoyable, and I thought they were trying to kind of showcase everything. Giving you the gun also made some of those early combat sequences a little bit more bombastic. Yeah, just very disappointing in how that game turned out. I thought it was going to be the indie darling this year. That's going to go to Slay the Spire 2 or Mugenics or Mouse PI for hire. I think those are kind of your indie leaders right now. So unfortunate. Unfortunate. We're officially at 59,000 subscribers on the channel. Thank you, everybody who has hit subscribe today. I appreciate that. I hope you come back for daily live streams. Monday through Friday, I do a talk show like this. I keep it safe for work. We also do uploads, and we have a Discord as well if you want to hang out with the community and find people to play games with. The Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced announcement expected soon. Yep, we showed the artwork that got leaked because of the Ubisoft premium advertisement that popped up for somebody. Even the trailers marketed it as a 2D, 5D action game. Yeah, it looked like it was going to be more of an action game. I don't know. They really advertised that game in a funny way. Game Pass is a big L now with the massive price jump. It makes me want to say no to Rage. There you go. The Xbox PC Store version of games are different than the Steam version, says Job or Jobib. There is more cost to have maintaining a game on both Steam and Xbox PC stores. Just food for thought. Huh? I don't know what you're trying to intimate. Are you intimating that devs are going to want to do just one version going forward and skip Steam, or are you saying the other? I just feel bad for Wolverine if they start marketing for it in May when GTA 6 is likely dropping trailer 3 and pre-order info in May. I would have already started Wolverine marketing. Here's something you need to know, or maybe need to remember or keep in mind. I'm fairly certain that Sony and Rockstar are in talks. I would trust Sony. Yeah. Replaced is out, and now a conversation is starting to spread that the game utilized AI during its development, but no, Replace was not made with AI. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that started. I'm not worried about Wolverine. Insomniac cooks. PlayStation knows what they're doing with marketing. Think about Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 didn't get a lot of heat until the summer before it came out, and Spider-Man 2 did perfectly fine. I made a comment earlier about Microsoft trying to make Windows Store exclusive to fight Steam. He may be referencing that. Oh, maybe. Yeah. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. I don't know if they're going to be, trying to lock anything down. We talked about that a little bit yesterday with Moore's Law is dead is frustrated that nobody will ask if the Helix can load Steam. He's like, none of the journalists will ask that question. And I'm like, probably because they just assume it's a PC and it will be able to. $5 super chat from True SSJ Havoc says he's not wrong. Mods aren't mostly even compatible between Windows and Steam versions. The PC versions can be weird. I will play Wolverine and GTA 6 at the same time. Can't skip Wolverine, bro. He's peak. You're not going to need to play them at the same time. If you play Wolverine in September, you'll have all of September and October to beat Wolverine. I don't think Wolverine's going to take you that long. You'll have plenty of time. I really do. I think you'll have plenty of time. They're not coming out that close together at all. I think that the marketing will heat up for Wolverine the month before it comes out, and we'll likely see, we'll likely see some trailers and stuff around then. Why Arc Raiders died? 486,000 max. Last I seen 45,000 on Steam. Every live service game drops. Marvel Rivals had a huge drop about a year after it came out. So, how long has it been for Arc Raiders? 6 months? No, more than 6 months. I don't know, 7? Lono, get this guy some Reforge roast. He's panicking for no reason. You'll finish the Wolverine Battle Pass by then. The Wolverine Battle Pass. Shut the frick up, TJ. Wolverine should be about a good 25 to 35 hours to complete. Oh, I don't know about that. I bet it's more of a 15 to 20 hour game. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're tuning in on YouTube and you're looking for the Metro 2039 showcase, the Xbox First Look Metro 2039 goes live in 1 hour. You can watch it right here with us. So hit like. If you hit subscribe, you can talk on the chat, and you can see my shows and my content the rest of the week. We do things every single day. The new map will bring them back. Yeah, I don't think Arc Raiders is in any kind of trouble. That's a common thing for the live service games to experience those dips. It happened with Helldivers 2, which was massively successful. It happened with Marvel Rivals. It happens to every single game. The concern was that it happened with Marathon from such a low starting number, and it hasn't slowed down. Arc Raiders was stable for 4 to 5 months before it really started to see dips. Don't forget, Phantom Blade Zero is a week before Wolverine. That frustrates me. I'll tell you, that release timing frustrates me. Lona already sold his Helix hoodie. I didn't get a Helix hoodie. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. I wish I could translate non-English chat. Is there a feature on PC? No. No. I think it'll eventually be a feature to live chats, but not right now. Lona, do you think they announce a release date or a window for Metro 2039, or do you think it'll go the way it went for Metro Exodus? I think they're going to show gameplay, and I think it releases next year. This year is too full. What? That's when Phantom Blade's coming out? Yeah, 1 week before Wolverine. It's stupid. I don't know what they're doing. It's weird. PlayStation's not publishing Phantom Blade Zero. I thought they were publishing it. I think they stepped in and assisted with some of the publishing and locked in maybe an exclusivity deal or something. I don't know. They've done an awful lot of marketing for it. It's not a China Hero Project game. It's not a China Hero Project game, and they're not the one publishing it. So I'm not too sure. Beast of Reincarnation is like 6 weeks after, too. Beast of Reincarnation is in October? I didn't realize we had a release date for that. There's going to be some overlap there. Yeah, Phantom Blade Zero, Phantom Blade Zero is getting stepped on a little bit. I don't think they're super big crossover audiences, but from a marketing perspective, it's a little something. Kind of worried that Phantom Blade Zero is all sizzle, no steak. I don't know. Phantom Blade Zero looks ridiculous. I think it looks ridiculous. I think it looks really, really good. Clockwork Revolution today, hopefully. No, there will be no Clockwork Revolution today, brother. It is literally an event strictly for Metro 2039. That's what the event is today. It's not. There's nothing else. August 4th. Oh! Beast of Reincarnation's August 4th. Oh, okay. So that's wow. The calendar is just stuffed. How to use the question command? You have to be a member. So you either have to get a gifted membership or pay for a membership, and then you can use the question command, which I should clear out the question queue. Let's do that. There we go. Any and all questions will be at the top of the queue now. Will it pull a Lost Soul? Oh, Lost Soul aside? I mean, I don't know. I feel like Phantom Blade Zero is... It seems like it's really kind of flexing a pretty robust combat system. I don't know if they're, as a developer, they've got a bunch of, like, history and chops. Because the Lost Soul aside was like a single dev, and a bunch of people came in to try to help. So... Guys, in about 30 minutes, we'll go to a new stream. In about an hour, the Metro 2039. And we got a question from True SSJ Havoc. Is Beast of Reincarnation the Game Freak game? Yes, it is. It is indeed. Hilly is forgetting how to use the question command. He says, do you think Metro 2039 will be an evolution in the series or just another single-player FPS story? There it is. Castillo jumps back in as a member. Thank you so much, and gets us to 401. Now you can use that member command. There it is. We'll put Hilly's question on the board. Do you think Metro 2039 will be an evolution in the series or just another single-player FPS story? It's hard to say. We've talked about this a little bit today. I think it's really, really hard to evolve first-person shooters. I'm playing one right now, early access, that I'm hoping to make a video for you guys at some point. And I really do feel like this game's succeeding in that. But I think it's really, really hard to do. Unwound Automaton, the question command's not going to work for you if you don't have an active membership. It's just going to ignore you. Thank you, Jason West, for 36 months. That's a lot of months. NorCal Garbage Man here. Yard Waste Week sucks. Good thing the show doesn't. Also, to add to the backlog, Death Stranding 1 and 2, RE9, Ghosts of Yote. Dear Lord, what have you been doing? Yeah, this man's been working, I guess. No time for games. No time for games. There's trash that needs hauled away. Is it going to be in an hour? Yes, I've got a countdown right next to me. We've got some more questions coming in. Jay says, thoughts and rumors on Starfield being ported to Switch 2. I mean, they've got games over there, right, with the creation engine. So, yeah, I could see them doing that. You know, member on Twitch not here. No problem. Just wanted you to know why it's not working. Yeah, I don't know. I bet you they're going to try to put it on Switch. They're probably trying to maximize anything they can with that game as far as, like, put it everywhere they possibly can. Kitty Cat with a question here. Do you think Pragmata being cracked 2 days before launch will affect the launch day sales? I mean, I don't know. You know, the people that crack and pirate games on PC, I think they're about as honorable as the people who cheat. They're just scum. You know, they're parasites on the industry. They're terrible. You know what I mean? I hope they stub their toe every day and in the dark in the morning, and it ruins their whole day. A 90-year-old grandmother received a welfare check after going unresponsive to her family. When police arrived, they found her in her bedroom, intensely trying to beat her personal record on a bubble pop video game. She was simply too locked in to answer the phone. Absolute legend, is that what it says? Absolute legend. Yeah, dude. She was like, leave me alone, y'all. I'm locking in. I gotta beat my score. Oh, my golly. That is funny. How's Morbid Metal doing on Steam, by the way? It came out. It's got a 79%. What's the issue over there with that one? Review type. Let's just read the negatives. Right now, I couldn't recommend this. The core loop of the game is great. It's so clearly really early access. Combat's quite simple with basically a CD-based system, unlike a Devil May Cry, not like Devil May Cry, which others have said. Upgrade paths are very small. Yeah, it didn't feel great when I played the demo of Morbid Metal. Yeah, this guy's saying, as much as I love most things the game does, some breaking bugs and weird game design choices are ruining my experience. A broken dodge, some non-telegraphed attacks from bosses, out-of-reach bug making some skills useless. Yeah, looks like Morbid Metal's got some work to do. It's unfortunate. More questions are coming in. This is something that you guys can take advantage of. Here we go. True SSJ says, a connection to my previous question. Isn't Game Freak mostly associated with Nintendo and Pokemon? I never understood that Nintendo actually owned the studio or just the IPs. Is Nintendo different? I don't know if they own Game Freak. I don't think that they do. Also, Game Freak allegedly did a lot of outsourcing for Beasts of Reincarnation because the combat system looks like something built by a veteran studio. It doesn't look like something that they did. It's literally Melee Returnal, more on rails, though. Yeah, I mean, it's early access, so the hope would be, you know, they can turn things around. You know, it's not a bad score. It's just, it's definitely one that I like the idea of early access. I'm not the type to, like, jump in, play, and provide the feedback. I don't have a lot of time to come in here and game in my office. So, Sonic Boom Tiger Yo with a Prime over there on purple gets us to 403. Thanks for using your Prime sub. TJ says, what upcoming game could you see being polarizing or controversial? I don't frickin' know. Hopefully none of them. I'm tired of debating with guys that think they know things. It's a tiring thing to be like, no, this game has an agenda. I'm so over it. Unwound Automaton, thanks for using your Member Plus over there, renewing your Member Plus, I should say, over there on YouTube, getting us to 404. I hope that no games come out and are controversial, you know? I hope all games come out and are awesome and celebrated. I don't know. Looks like there's something coming to Chronos The New Dawn. Detective Seed says, I believe Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync will be shown to the public next week. I personally have an embargo that I cannot talk until next week. Huh? What's your embargo for? Are you playing the dadgum game? This guy attacks a podcaster after being disrespected. Does he actually hit him, though? This looked stage AF. I don't know. It doesn't look like he actually lands the hit. This looks like some wrestling stuff here. Let me watch this hit. Yeah, it looks like he pulls his punch. Yeah, he pulls his punch. I think that's fake. Brains84 with 22 months on Purple gets us to 405. We are exactly 20 away from the next milestone. Gaming should be about gaming. It's a universal language. Yeah. Was it Will Smith? No. Y'all talking about Steve? No. It was a guy here. It says Jay Uso attacks podcaster and rapper Killa Cam after being disrespected. He's a wrestler. He 100% pulls his punch. I can see it. It's a really good angle. I mean, it looks like he clocks him. He pulls his punch. It looks like he turns his punch at the very end. It's 100% fake. It's pretty good. It's pretty good fake, though. The real fake thing is he pulls him over the dadgum desk. Do you have any idea how difficult that would be to do? To just grab a full-grown man and just yank him over the desk? Like, the guy willingly lets him do it. That's fake as fake gets, boys. Castillo says, I was chatting with my buddies about Marathon the other night. The news of the $250 million budget got us thinking, what's going on in gaming? The games have huge bloated budgets. Thoughts? Here's the thing. Marathon doesn't have a huge budget. Marathon is 5 to 6 years of development at a company where, they don't have people working for peanuts, but Bungie is located in Seattle, Washington, and the cost of living and the salaries required for people living there and people working there, it adds up after 5 to 6 years. It adds up. I don't know what to tell you. It's not like a huge budget, like we need to spend a ton of money on this. It's that it was in development for a really, really long time. It was in development for a long time. And now budgets getting bigger and bigger can be related to a handful of things. Some of the reason that budgets are getting bigger is because it's taking games longer to come to market. This is something that people keep forgetting in the conversation. You see these YouTubers that are like, it's just ridiculous. It's just absurd how expensive these budgets are now. It's like, yeah, games take 5 to 6 years now instead of 2 to 3 years. You ever think that might be why the budgets are doubling? Do you ever think that might be why? They used to be able to make games in 2 to 3 years, and now they're taking 5 to 6 years. So that's going to make the budget take way longer. There's a handful of things contributing. I don't think it's just, companies being stupid and reckless and negligent. I mean, I think there are times where that's probably true. Like some of the marketing spend is a little absurd, but marketing spend going up is also just a reality within the market right now. Like it's just expensive to promote your stuff. It's expensive to use streamers. It's expensive to have commercials during the Super Bowl and things like that. Like it's not cheap to market your game. And you ever think that marketing is getting more and more expensive because it's harder and harder to get people's attention? Think of how difficult it is right now to get people's attention. Like in the attention economy that we live in, everybody's so distracted. Everybody is so inundated. Marketing, the potency of marketing is probably been so dulled and deadened by the fact that, like, at the end of every day, you have probably seen more trailers for games, movies, shows, or anything. You've seen more trailers in one day than you used to see in an entire month 10 years ago. I want you to think about that. Like, it's so much harder to get your dadgum attention. We'll watch a showcase now, and by the end of the showcase, you've forgotten the first thing that you saw. Why? It's just so much. So that's another reason why I think marketing spending on big AAA games is getting more expensive. They're having to spend more money than they used to get your dadgum attention. Is it overspending? Is it exorbitant? Are they doing too much with celebrities and stuff? Yeah, maybe. But a lot of this is because it's twofold. It's taking longer to bring games to market than it used to. The scope of the projects is larger. They're working with mocap. They're working with celebrities. They're working with, production quality and production levels that are more expensive. And then they have to spend more on the marketing. Everybody doing this, like, angry rant about how games are just too expensive now, and these companies just have to get the spending under control. If there's one thing I know about companies, it's they don't like to spend money. They're not like, yippee skippy, I'm so glad that our production budget and our marketing budget is causing nosebleeds at the C-suite. They're not like excited about that. It's the reality. Jack Garland says, Kazan was the game that made me realize that even great games can underperform. First Berserker Kazan literally is a perfect example of like just how difficult it is to get everybody's attention. It launched in too close proximity to some other big launches, gets completely drowned out, and the team dissolves because it doesn't sell enough. It doesn't sell enough. And people are like, yeah, these stupid AAA companies, they're just so stupid and so dumb. And it's like, do you ever think about the fact that maybe they're spending way more money on marketing and way more money on production because it takes longer to get the game made than it used to? Now we're talking 4, 5, 6 years of dev time instead of 2 to 3 years. And the market is so saturated and so attention just overly saturated with attention grabbing everything. They've got to beat you over the head to get your attention and to get you to pre-order, to get you to pay attention to them. It's extremely difficult. There's not a simple answer as to why games are becoming more expensive. There's a lot of factors. Like, you can't have it both ways. A lot of the hand-wringing and a lot of the consternation and the frustration with the gaming the world, what do people say? These gaming companies are so greedy. All they want is more money. And then in the same breath, these same people will go on a diatribe about how dumb these studios are and how they overspend and their budgets are too large. And it's like, wait, I thought they were just greedy and wanted money, and yet they're also stupid and they spend lots of money. It's like, yes, they want money. Yes, they want games to sell well. But they're not like, oh, goody gumdrops, I can't wait to spend more money and to drive our production cost up and threaten our margins. That's not something studios and publishers are anxious to do. They're anxious to lower costs. It's one of the reasons why they all did like a gold rush on AI. It's one of the reasons why they've done layoffs. They're trying to lower their operational costs. It just seems like we're in an interesting point in where games like Expedition 33 and Peak can come out and go gangbusters for a budget that is orders of operation cheaper than some of the games now. Right, but for every time there's an Expedition 33, there are games in a similar budget hemisphere that you never hear about and go nowhere and flop. There's an ocean of games that launch every single month on Steam especially that go nowhere and get no attention and get no money. You know, maybe they break even, maybe they don't. But there's an overwhelming number of games that come out like every single week and month that have similar probably budgets and backing that Expedition 33 had, and they just kind of sit there in the store and stagnate. And then that's just kind of the end of the matter. A lot of the console manufacturers are so greedy people, they turn a blind eye to the crap GPU vendors are pulling. I mean, the situation with the cost of dev time and production time and marketing and everything else, there's a lot that goes into that, and I don't think it's just as simple as like these studios are stupid and reckless and they just love spending money. I think sometimes they think too simplistically about it, and they're like, you know, you got to spend money to make money, and so they're just spending it, thinking they can spend them. It's like they think they can spend their way out of trouble. You know, that's likely not the answer in a lot of these scenarios. I got another question here from Unwound Automaton. Says, are you doing a review like the Mouse PI review of Replaced? No, I didn't get review access to Replaced. They didn't even do an embargo ahead of time. Their review embargo dropped the game the day launched, which I think is very telling. I think they knew the game wasn't in a great spot and probably wasn't going to score that well. So, do you do video game movie trailer reactions? We can all laugh at the new SF trailer. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh, the Street Fighter trailer? No, I don't react to trailers like that. They end up getting copyright flagged almost instantly. I think sometimes they offer free knitting classes to their employees. I'm not saying I'm against those companies or anything, says Castillo. I just wonder how sustainable this paradigm is. AAAs may have to find a way to produce the way these AA studios do. Well, I think what you'll see companies start doing, and this is a prediction that I made, is that you'll see a AAA studio place more than one bet. So they'll have a couple of like more medium-sized projects. So you can bring out 2 medium-sized games and make them at AAA quality. That's why I don't know if Wolverine's going to be this huge, expansive game. Wolverine, I think, is probably going to land as a 15 to 20-hour game. I don't have anything to base that off of other than my gut instinct, but I don't know if they're going to want to go that level of distance. If you guys are tuning in for the Metro 2039 showcase, we're just chatting about gaming to pass the time. You can watch it with me. We're going to redirect to a new stream in about 12 minutes, and we're going to all watch it together. I'm also going to be playing Mouse PI for Hire today once that is over and once we've kind of gone the distance with our reaction to it. Make sure you're hitting the like button, and if you want to talk in chat, hit subscribe. Excuse me. Lone Wolf submitted a question with the question command. Which of these 2 games do you think will end up being the better game, Exodus or The Expanse? I'm very excited for both. Both seem to be carrying on where Mass Effect left off. I don't know. It's tough. They both kind of bleed together in my mind. Everything that I've seen. It's hard to know who is going to, who is going to win, quote unquote win, which will be the better game. It's hard to know. They both look very similar. Not in a bad way. It's not necessary to go the distance in a Wolverine game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a 15 to 20 hour Wolverine game, I'd be pretty happy with. I don't know. You start getting to 25 and 30 hours, I'm just kind of thinking to myself, what on earth are we going to do in a Wolverine game that's going to last that long? It's not going to be a big, huge open world game. I don't think so. Your money's on Expanse, Exodus all day. I've not seen enough to even make a judgment. I honestly just don't know. So, what is this? Is this for an entire year? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the news feeds here, seeing something on the Marathon Reddit, massive alert, buying blue template keys from the Armory, and excelling with them has a chance to turn them into a prestige key. Well, there you go. Yo, what's good, Igor? How are you? And a single gifted comes in from True SSJ Havoc. He's trying to put the paddles on the member goal. Boys, you want to hit 500 by the end of tomorrow to unlock the Saturday night stream. We do a stream where I have my wife react to gaming news. It's a really good time. We missed it last week, and hitting it today would put you guys into a really, really good position. You could work on the stretch goal tomorrow. We will be doing a surprise extra segment on Saturday with Madam if you guys manage to do that. And a $5 super chat. 100 member gifted today. Thank you. Oh, between the 67 and the 33. I was like, what are you talking about? Yes, we've gotten 100 members today. Congratulations, guys. Good job. 100th. Oh, that's the 100th. Yeah. There it is. 67 to 33 over there, Twitch. Twitch, you should try and beat him today. Maybe we should start having a friendly competition where the team that wins gets an extra gifted at the end of the day. Maybe we should do that. And then Dylan, the villain, jumps back in with a membership and gets us to 407. Thank you so much, Dylan. Guys, say this. It's 30 more minutes. Say this. What are you wanting us to say? I don't know what you're asking to say. 540 likes today. Nice. Yes, we've had a very, very huge day waiting for this event. And we, in about 8 minutes, we're going to go to a new stream. Thank you, Lone Wolf, for 12 months over there on Purple. Actually, no, 13 total months. Says double dipping for the win. I appreciate the double support, getting us to 408. We do stream on both platforms, YouTube and Purple, and you can use your Prime subs over there. If you're paying for Amazon Prime, you get that every month to give to a streamer of your choice. Give it to somebody. It doesn't have to be me, but don't let it go to waste. How do you feel about Starfield underperforming on the PS5 despite high pre-orders? I don't know. It's a 3-year-old game, and it had a very, very rough start where there's crashes and bugs, and, I went on a little rant earlier. I think it's kind of embarrassing to bring a game to a platform 3 years later and have it perform so poorly with respect to, like, bugs and glitches and stuff. So, yeah, disappointing, pretty disappointing, to say the least. Sean Toria submits a question and says, is there anything with Saros that you're nervous about? I will say the only thing they've revealed about Saros that has me, like, a little bit nervous, I don't know how I feel about once you unlock a biome, you can just straight up go there. I'm kind of curious what that's going to look like. Like, am I still going to want to run? Like, let's say I unlock the third biome, right? Say I unlock the third biome. Am I going to want to, Champagne, thanks for 16 months. Am I going to want to run that biome again in order to kind of beef up to get into, like, let's say I unlock biome 3. Am I going to consistently want to run biome 1 and 2 before 3 to beef up? Or can I jump into biome 3 and I'm going to kind of already be beefed up? Like, I think that'll be weird, and it could be something that I see as a negative. I don't know. I haven't played it. That's the only thing they've outlined that made me a little nervous. I'm like, wait a minute. You're just going to straight up let people just jump to a biome. They don't have to. Like, the way they do it in Returnal, you do biome 1 and you can skip the boss. Biome 2, skip the boss. And then you just go to the next biome. But the reason that you do that is because you're beefing up in order to prepare. So it's like, to me, I'm a teeny bit nervous. I'm like, yeah, I hope you guys don't do something weird here where I can just kind of like jump into a biome and I'm already kind of at strength. I don't know. It depends. They also said biomes can be run in about 30 minutes apiece. So they're really going to let you piecemeal this one. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. What happened to Tides of Tomorrow? It launches next month. I've seen nothing about it. I don't know. I thought it was a cool concept as a live service game, but I just don't know. That art style is going to make it a tough sell. It looks kind of chintzy, Let's see. Okay. Okay. Do we know how many biomes Saros will have? We do not. No. Somebody's asking a question here. Kansas. This is something you can do as a member. If you guys want to be able to submit questions and have them featured on the channel, consider becoming a member or a sub right now. It'll let you do that. Ignore the glitch. I don't know why it said error connecting to remote server. It's fine. It got through. Have you read the Metro books? I have not read the Metro books. I am currently reading The Yellow King in anticipation for Saros. Apparently, they're somewhat related or something. And Sean Toria submits a question and says, what was your opinion with the pause feature that Housemarque added to Returnal? Did you play it when they implemented that feature? The pause feature was how my wife and I were able to beat the game. Madam and I were able to beat Returnal because we could get to a new spot, get to a new place, and checkpoint. Now, she didn't get the checkpoint, so she'd come back the next day, and her proficiency would be instantly at my proficiency, but she wouldn't have any of her items or anything like that. That's the only downside to it. In Returnal, every new biome you enter, your level gets maxed out anyways, so your gun is no longer good. It's not that your level gets maxed out. It's just your proficiency. The first thing you pick up levels up the proficiency. So then every gun after that is at that proficiency. But you still have your health bar. You still have your parasites. You still have your items that you bought from the various stores. Like you might have the astronaut or heal at low integrity and stuff like that. So I just don't know if I'm a huge fan of the idea of you can just jump to a biome and when you jump to that biome, you're like, is it going to make the game feel very piecemeal? Is it going to make it feel like you're just flat out skipping stuff that I think is part of what makes Returnal great? You start with biome 1, you get strong, you skip the boss. Biome 2, skip the boss. Like, as long as you beat the boss, you can skip the boss. I don't mind that. I'm not saying it's a negative. I'm saying it's the only thing I've heard from them that I'm a teeny bit concerned about. I'm like, the execution of this could end up being, not good. So I am going to take a quick break. When I get back, we're going to go to the new stream. So go crazy on the like button. Try and get this thing to 600 likes. And then we're going to need a whole new batch of new likes when we go to the new stream. Twitch, you're not going to have to do anything. I'm talking to YouTube. I'll be right back. I'm back. Right on the dot. 30 minutes. Let's go. I just said English only in chat, but in Russian. Oh, thank you. Detective Seed says, my embargo allows me to say I saw it. I cannot give details until next week. Okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. How do I get the stupid countdown to show? I'll just show mine. Hang on. Pause. It ain't that kind of stream. I know you guys are all getting ready to screenshot and clip. You're like, he's about to ruin his career. All right, here we go. Remember, no Russian. That's right. Okay. It aligns with what other people said. That there's some kind of an embargo. All right, YouTube. There's a new link in chat. We're going to a new stream, okay? Thank you so much for checking out this video. This is going to be a co-stream of the Xbox First Look Metro 2039, and it goes live in 28 minutes. I got a countdown right here, so if you're watching this later, skip ahead 28 minutes. Now, if anything gets muted in the broadcast, I apologize. Sometimes during these broadcasts, they use copyrighted music. Thank you for the $5 super chat. The Big Pack fan, I appreciate it so much. I'm going to be ending. We were doing a waiting room, and we like to do that. If you sub to my channel, that will give you the opportunity to be there for those waiting rooms whenever we are just hanging out and waiting for something to happen, whether it's a showcase, a state of play, or something to that effect. I'm actually going to end that stream, and I'm going to bring people over from that stream and redirect them, basically, to the new stream. So thank you guys so much for being a part of what we do here.